Hey, this was Shittz and Giggles coming to you live and direct from the Powerhouse of Podcast Radio, Uncensored Network. Make sure you download the app, Uncensored Network TV. Watch it on Facebook. Once you download the app, hit subscribe. Hit the share button as many times as you like. Like I say, we offer Shittz and Giggles. Coming live and direct. I'm the undisputed clown prince of reality, holding it down. My partner in crime, Shock B. You know, the resident diva, old Dolly Parton with us, you know what I'm saying? Hill, my girlfriend, hanging out with us. What's up, lady?
Hello.
Hello. She on some different shit today. She got the fedora and the leopard skin shoes on. She on her, what's that Eartha Kitt shit tonight. And we got the CEO of Dove Style Magazine. What's going on, Miss Lisa?
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, y'all. What's going on?
I'm just enjoying life.
Wow, so a lot of times people don't understand. I know Lisa from way back. Actually, we were co-stars in CEO.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
Yes.
That's what I seen you.
Yeah, and then me and Shaka had a show one day on the rooftop. You know, it was actually his birthday show, and he was here, there. Then he passed out on the couch, cussed everybody. It was
an entertaining day.
Yeah.
My 40th birthday.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Well, it's happening, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, you know,
Yeah.
we here. That last video that opened up was by a black guy they called Smile. Wishing, hoping everybody had a happy holiday. You still should be smiling, especially going into this new year. So what's going on here? Talk to us. You looking real fly today.
Oh, man.
I mean, got the
Fly,
fedora, got the
yeah.
Eartha Kitts on, got the blinging.
You know you got to bring it sometimes. I had we'll talk about this on another show.
Okay.
We're going to end this year on a positive note and see what we can do in the new year, right? I went to a funeral today. It was very interesting. Very interesting. Sad but true, as most funerals are. It's really interesting. So we'll get into that later.
You know, the cups don't match today. What's going on with that shit?
She
Well,
said,
they actually do match.
she said
Yeah, they're the
interesting.
same
That means some
size,
drama.
same shape.
They say
Yeah.
size,
Say it
say
for
shapes,
another
but not
show.
designs.
That means you don't appreciate the design from the artist. It's not me. I didn't design the glasses. An artist did. It's actually a pack of 4. And my friend, I am sorry. I apologize for missing our guest with the glass.
Oh, no, you're fine.
She don't drink.
Yeah.
I drink.
Well, she must be drinking after this now.
Today's one of those days,
She
right?
just drinks brown.
She's brown. Yeah.
Those
She
glasses
said.
are beautiful.
They are.
They're nice.
They
You
are.
know what I'm saying? Nice. They go red with.
Perfect for a
Everything,
holiday.
yes, perfect for the holiday.
Yep.
Festive, very festive. Thank you.
How was your holidays here?
My holidays were nice. It was peaceful. I always say that things were peaceful. I spent time with my daughter and my granddaughter and one of my aunts. She has dementia, so that was really interesting. I take care of her. I'm a caregiver. I have 2 grandchildren, but I was only blessed to see one of them on Christmas. My son and his girlfriend spent time together at their, sanctuary. And I took my daughter. And
That's my thing. So I had a great time. As
Are
long as
you-
I'm with my family, my grandbaby, and everybody's happy. I love gift giving and that kind of thing. So
Yeah, I had a great Christmas, man. You know, shout out to my baby. You know, she can wrap the shit out of a Christmas gift. I mean, this motherfucker shit. Trying to unwrap these motherfuckers in the boxes. God damn, son. Yeah, but we had a great Christmas, man. You know, it's crazy because I got up Christmas morning and went to the cemetery like I always do, put flowers on my mother and grandma's graves. And motherfuckers be sitting out there having lunch.
what cemetery are your parents buried at? Are you,
Fort Lincoln, like my whole family.
Okay,
Mom,
Fort
uncles,
Lincoln.
grandparents.
Okay.
But it's like, mom would be sitting out, it was like 10 o'clock in the morning when I got there. And people sitting out there in chairs, blankets out, eating.
Cemeteries are interesting places. So your family's at
never
Fort
do that.
Lincoln. I have a family member or 2 there, but a majority of my family members are at Resurrection in Clinton.
Yeah.
So at Resurrection, they had these peacocks. You know about the peacocks at Resurrection?
Nah,
The
I don't hang out in
peacocks
cemeteries.
are beautiful, but they sometimes chase you. Those birds get busy.
You mean them ducks?
No,
ducks
peacocks
with
with
the
the spread their
flowers or-
feathers. They are
Like the embassy
beautiful.
logo?
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
They
but
got peacocks in Clinton.
Yes.
I'm not in zebras up in Marlboro, but yeah, peacocks in Clinton.
Yes. And they're beautiful, but they will chase you. They're very interesting. If you ever have an opportunity to visit Resurrection, look out for the peacocks. And they seem to be right at the spot where my entire family's buried. Yeah.
You might be
Interesting.
part peacock.
Hey, listen, I don't mess with those peacocks
Yeah,
because they will chase you. And when
They
they open,
will.
and they're very boastful and they're beautiful birds. Yeah.
but they
I just-
scared of-
They not scared
I'm
of.
gonna take a ride on Resurrection, get chased by a peacock or something.
So put on your bucket list.
So they put on button
There you
list.
go.
like a field trip.
That'd be a hell of a date chasing my baby. Let's go
Don't get caught
chasing
though.
the peacock.
You don't know what the peacock gonna do to you.
Can they fight?
The peacocks are serious. When they come for you, you will. My son said, he said, Mom, here they come. Get in the car, Mom. Get in the car. He said, Mom, stop playing. Get in the car. I was like, okay, I'm getting it. The peacocks are serious. You can Google it. As a matter of fact, take yourself down to Resurrection in Clemson. You'll see for yourself. The
That makes for a hell of a
peacocks.
day. So, Lisa,
Yes.
Dove Style Magazine, how long you been CEO for how long? But still remaining and present CEO.
I actually launched Dove Style Magazine in 2012.
Wow.
So it's been a while. I mean, we've been through some ups and downs. Somebody done hacked the site, and you start all over again. But yeah, we are still at it.
What made you go online?
Actually, I was. My cousin actually knew a lady out of LA who had a magazine, and it was the year that MLK was doing the dedication downtown with the statue, and she wanted somebody to cover the event. And I was an English major at Spelman, so my cousin was like, "Oh, check her out," you know. So I contacted her, and she said, "Can you cover this event?" I was like, "Yeah," because I thought that would be cool. Yeah, that's big time to me. So I went down and covered it, and then started. I think my very first interview after that was Stacey Lattisaw. After that, I actually liked interviewing. I always loved writing. And the lady who had the magazine actually went on kind of a hiatus and was doing some other things. And I had done all of these interviews, and I didn't have anywhere to put them. So I said, people are going to start to think I'm a little crazy out here doing interviews for what? So I started doing some research, asking questions, and decided to launch my own magazine. And that's where Dove Style Magazine came from.
You know, it's crazy. I guess last week, Renee, that was it?
Yes.
She was in the magazine for this month.
Yes, I just launched her article this month. Yep.
It was crazy.
Actually, she's been in before for, I think, a couple of her other businesses. But yes,
Yeah, she got a whole
always
lot.
support her.
She had a whole lot of stuff going on.
So what kind of stuff do you typically cover in the magazine?
Generally speaking, the magazine's mission is to empower, enlighten, and inspire. So anything, any person, place, or thing that's doing one of those things, that's the story we want to tell. So we've covered events. We've traveled to North Carolina to cover events. We've covered businesses, people who are doing things, books, anything that you can think of that will empower or enlighten other people, and show them something that maybe they didn't know before. That's what my mission is with the magazine. So we've interviewed celebrity, local celebrity, global celebrity. We've done a little of everything. I don't want the magazine to strictly be about big time celebrity, really, because I think there are a lot of people, regular people, who are doing amazing things, and I want to shine the light on them. That's really what I want to do.
How often is it updated?
We have an issue every month. Every month.
You know, I know a hell of an issue. Next month,
What's that?
peacocks in the cemetery.
Getting chased
Getting
by
chased
a peacock in my leopard shoes, my leopard skins.
Hey, that'll be
It doesn't matter what your
about peacocks,
shoes
that's
are.
right.
You go down there at a certain time of the day, those peacocks are there. And I don't know how they ended up there, but they're there and they don't leave. That's their home. So, yeah.
So
That'd be a
let's
very
say,
interactive-
story.
Yeah, it is.
let's say you're there visiting, you know, a relative, and a peacock chase you, and your fedora falls off, and he snatch it. You gonna snatch it back?
No, he can have it for
Right.
I'm going to let the peacock can have it. You know.
Hey, Sim, that'd be a hell of a journey. We just go in there and film that shit.
Peacock stole my fedora.
And getting chased by fucking peacocks.
It could definitely go
Listen,
viral, right?
It can go viral, and not only that, animals are protected. Those peacocks are protected. You know, if a human took my fedora, I'm like, all gloves off, we fighting dirty. But the peacock, you can't shoot it. You better not choke it. Even if you can fight against it, you got to leave it alone. You go to jail for
That'd be
fighting
an
with that
interesting
peacock,
fight.
right? And you go get your behind whipped because those birds
I'm thinking
don't
they
play.
might win, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy how,
I can't take an L to a
you know,
peacock.
certain
bro.
animals
That's just-
protected, but niggas get shot.
I'll never recover from that shit.
Shot and choked out every day, but animals protected. You know what
I
I'm
know,
saying?
animals are protected.
That's crazy as shit right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Certain animals are protected.
I don't know one that's not. Go ahead and kill a dog. Let's see who did time for killing. If I having a dog fight, what's his name? What was the other
Mike
one?
Vick.
For the dogs, right?
But if you hit him with your car, then boom, everybody's cool.
And
He
that's
went to
been-
jail for
We
dumb
all
shit
not
though,
cool.
because
Well,
his
he
family
ain't going to
should
jail.
have his cousin should have ate that charge right there. So, look, Mike, I got you. I'm gonna do
Yeah,
2
yeah.
years and break me off.
He's guilty of most hanging around the wrong people. Like
That was he.
That's a
That's
charge
what he
you
was
take, yeah.
guilty
The
of.
only
That's
thing I'd have been guilty of is buying my aunt and her dumb ass, ignorant ass kids a house. That's one thing I've been guilty of.
And they all would have said the same thing. They were like,
Guilty.
he did it, not him, and he's stupid. Him stupid for trusting he. That's what they're guilty of.
You know what's so funny? It seems like the obvious. Why didn't that happen?
You know what? The feds, they got away. Once the one crack, they all had to crack. Because, like, once they, like, look, I think the first dude that cracked on him, the turn on him, and he gave you state evidence. I mean, you was there. They like, you was here with Mike, standing next to Mike Vick, laughing while the Joe getting choked out with a blah, blah, blah.
So the niggas ain't never escape plan.
Man, you can't, you know.
What I'm saying?
But they all got to be like, they all got to be on code. So when the first one turn, ain't
domino
but.
effect.
It's,
Yep.
So that one dude.
I remember, look, Mike, I'm gonna eat all this. Just take care of me
Take
for
care
2
of me.
years. Keep your $100 million. You probably get a little fine from Roger Goodell, but I'm gonna eat this right here.
His career would have went untethered, kept going, making all that money, and I'd have came out 2 years later. He wouldn't even got 2 years. Whoever took the fall, because he wasn't a big fish.
My grandmother always said common sense. You can't get that out of a book.
I wish I'd have took that fall from Mike. I'm like, Mike, I got you, son.
So when we go out here and do your article, if he choked the peacock, who gonna take the fall?
Well, see, we can't abuse the animals.
I mean, we gonna know who gonna take
And
the
it
fall.
can't be
Peacock-
premeditated.
the
Come
peacock
on,
stole
for
her
God's
fedora.
sake.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
Forgetting.
be able to do that story.
No, but the peacock stole her fedora.
Oh, that's
We
a
was chilling around
storyline.
our
That's a
building.
storyline.
We
You
paid-
running through the
we
cemetery
paid-
Is that her
with
story?
the
'Cause
leopard
she
print
say, nah,
shoes
he
and a
didn't
fedora.
steal it. Y'all gave it to him.
No, the story. I'm down praying. You know how you said that people don't look at the one nail. Don't do it. Don't do that.
Yeah, the peacock said, "Fuck your God, I'm taking and your fedora, I'm taking it," and he had to die.
If he says that, then we got to fight. The
Yeah,
lady
that
fight
happens,
the
but I gotta
peacock.
see
Right.
that. I need proof.
Oh, it's going.
Well, let's meet
video.
at the cemetery.
We could do a fake, a viral. What do they call them? Viral fakes.
Virtual?
No, they call it deep fake. You know
Oh.
the deep fake where they
No, I don't know what that is.
look it up. It's a deep fake where they can actually make a video of you and it's not you. So you could do it or saying some crazy ass shit like this hill, fuck you niggas, fuck blah 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 blah, and it go viral and they look Hill did this shit and it's not
Let's
really
go
you.
to Resurrection.
Really?
Come on.
No, look at
So
it up.
you
It's-
do that shit
No, I
like
want to play with that
you
one.
make if you ever like do a viral video like my boss a fucking jerk, I can't stand the motherfucker.
Saying that?
You
Well,
still
let's
got
not
a
give
job?
people any ideas.
No, I mean, but really that can happen. I mean, look it up. It's called a deep fake.
Wow.
We better get to Resurrection, but to be honest with you, the Archdiocese is not going to shine highly upon. I was raised Catholic. They don't play those games. You'd be like, she did what? She broke away from the Catholic Church, became one of those AME Holy Ghost-filled people I heard, and now she's making a mockery of our cemetery.
I want to see the peacocks. Fuck the rest of it. I don't believe there's no
You
peacocks.
might have to go
there.
see him somewhere else. Then.
I have them in my phone. I'll share it with you.
Are they chasing somebody?
No, but they're beautiful. They're some of the most peacocks are in my opinion. I love peacocks. They are the most beautiful birds in the world, beyond flamingos. I mean, I love birds. I love nature. But those peacocks, when they open up, I guess they call it their tail. I don't know if that's really what they actually call it. They're beautiful.
They are.
They're absolutely beautiful. The most amazing colors, and the spread and the spray that they have, depending whether it's male or female, it's something to behold. Yeah.
I see you missing a nail on your
Hey, I
foot.
said don't mention nothing about that, buddy.
Oh damn.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Take it easy.
If you
No,
want 'em, don't say
actually, this was done by design. See,
Stop lying. Stop lying.
done by design.
Peacock took your
Done
nail
by
off.
design.
Nail
Shot,
shit.
shot. You see that? Did you see that? Done by design. There you
Wow.
go.
I'll see that she's
All
missing
right.
a nail, fellas. So
Yeah.
look,
Did you see that?
so
Done by
back to the
design.
magazine, right? Would you ever imagine you'd have been what's it, 11 years in now?
Yeah,
Going on
it's been-
10.
Yeah.
You said 12, 2012.
2012.
Oh, my math is over.
Math.
That's
yeah.
okay. That's good. Mine's not that
you-
goody,
right,
but 10,
yeah.
10, 10 is generally easy to do.
It's
10, that's just
It's going on.
One on, one off.
Okay, you ain't got to carry
Going
nothing.
on.
You just
So when you first launched it, did you believe that you'd be here? 10 years later?
No, I love to write. I love to share people's stories. I actually did this in high school. I went to H.D. Wilson for my Warriors. I always like to shout out my Warriors.
Okay,
I love
shout out
my
to Warriors.
But I was actually I did interviews with the teachers and the students. I had my own column in the newspaper at school. So
You must not have a lot of friends in high school, did you?
I did. I was a swimmer on the swimming team, and but I love to write. So
Does that correlate? Because you like to write, you can't have a lot of friends?
I don't know.
No,
you
'cause
have a
she
lot
was
of
saying that
friends.
I used to
mean,
talk,
how does
I
that
used to
correlate?
interview the teachers and.
But it was during school hours.
And so,
so.
I mean, so you were doing journalism for a long time. That's your
I mean,
love.
yeah, I guess it wasn't official, but
But
yes,
it's your
I've
passion, you go
always,
with it.
I wrote books when I was in elementary school and entered contests and wrote plays and things. So it's always been something I did. It just wasn't officially.
So you the only writer for the magazine, or you got?
No, I have a
writers?
team.
You got a team?
It's probably about 12 on my team, including a photographer, Lincoln Landers. I don't know
Oh,
if
yeah,
you-
Lincoln, yeah.
is my photographer, and I have writers, and I have a executive team that kind of keeps things from moving and rolling.
So how do you pick what story goes in to each edition?
We just kind of make sure that it's legit, that people aren't making things up.
How you find out if it was legit?
Well, we do our research because you can't really. There's certain rules to journalism, so you can't just write things about people without putting disclaimers. So we don't put things out there that are going to get us under, in some heat. But that comes with publishing anything.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to be careful that you're not out there spreading stuff that's just not true. So you have to do your due diligence with that. And if we're not sure, then it doesn't get printed.
So I say, I know a guy that got fired from, he had a job at the sperm bank, but he got fired from drinking on the job, right?
That probably wouldn't be in Dove Style magazine. Now, you might find that in some other publication, but no, it wouldn't.
So what was one of your finest moments? What in your most, whom you covered or you
Most
interviewed?
viral story.
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorite stories was interviewing Joseph E. Lowry. If you all know him,
Joe Lowry?
yes, he was my pastor back
right.
in the day when I went to Spelman. So I knew him as a little girl, and then when they did the dedication for the MLK story, that was actually my favorite because I kind of had an insight because I knew him, and so I asked my mom, "Hey, can you get me an interview with him? Because that would just be everything." And he actually called me while I was in the bowling alley one day and said, "I'm ready." So I was like, "Y'all gotta hold up," because I got a good interview with him and William. Oh, I forgot his name, but he's one of the Freedom Riders back in the day.
Bring them into this duo, and then when she's ready to, she'll use everything against them. And it's something I've always said to myself when I would see people get into trouble on TV, like these politicians. I'm like, wow, nothing can be erased.
Right.
No texts, no voicemails, no emails. So I am very slow. If anybody ever does business with me and you ask me to send you a text or an email, I'm like, let's have a conversation. You can't record it without my permission. It's not admissible in court, right? I'm very slow. It's not that I don't like to text.
Change that word. I am very slow.
I am very slow to respond via text or email, something that can later on come back. And I'm thinking whenever somebody sends me something, my mind is always like, you know what? How are they going to use this against me later? How you doing today? I'm fine. Later on, they come back and they say, on this particular day and time, you were supposed to be X, Y, and Z, but you said you were fine. Were you fine or were you not fine? Answer the question. I'm like, Jesus. So,
I don't got time to do what I'm thinking. I'm going to just speak first because I'll think about it later.
I'll speak first, but I won't text
I'll type
or
first, too.
email.
No, I should be, but I talk and type faster than I think sometimes.
That was the power shut up coming out of me. Yeah, you just think first.
You gotta think about
no.
it. He has 5 pages and 4.5 are in Facebook jail.
But you know what? You can have that as long as you're in control of it.
I'm in
For
control.
5 pages, why do you have 5?
Because Facebook is racist.
So you created 5 Facebook pages
No, I created
because they're racist. So you like
Well,
it, but you don't like it?
No, I didn't say, well, the world's racist. We can't opt out of the world, right? So
Okay.
Facebook is part of the world. So I get suspended for saying certain things.
The platform.
The platform. So I might not want to take 30 days off. I might want to talk to
Oh, so when you go on Facebook jail, you just create another page.
Right.
So you don't regret being in Facebook jail?
I mean, it's not real jail.
So in the real,
if I went to real jail, then yes, I'd be like, you know what? I shouldn't have called him
you
a
would
clown.
think about it
Okay,
twice.
I should not
right.
have said that shit.
You know how many
Yeah.
how many coming home parties we have for this motherfucker?
It went because at some point they're like, what's that, a 3-peat? I've heard about this thing. You got 3 times, 3 strikes, 3 strikes and you out.
I've been
Thank God,
spending- That's
Facebook.
not
that's a farce.
That wouldn't happen for
He
you.
knows firsthand.
I gotta say what? Over I've been on Facebook page since like 2008. I gotta been suspended like 15, 20.
So we're on the
30.
Uncensored Network. I got a question for you, if it's permissible here.
It's uncensored, means uncensored.
Uncensored Network.
Those times the response.
Like, what was it?
Like, I don't remember, but it was something that, like kill yourself, something like that. Something.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah, you knew better.
but they were like,
We did a live show, and one of my questions was, we talking about
I'm
some
actually
kids,
gonna find
right?
it.
So I said, what would be your advice to a underprivileged kid growing up in the trailer park? He said, kill yourself.
That's not true. That's fucking not true.
Yeah,
That
I
was
didn't
enough
say
to get
that.
him put on Facebook.
No, I mean, when he said it, I was like, wow, champ. We about to get blackballed. There's going to be people out here with signs by the time we leave this goddamn restaurant, man. This dude is terrible. He can tell you what he got
You
kicked
need
out
to
for.
get him a copy of the book.
That's gonna be a screenshot favorite.
How to shut the fuck up. Right?
Well, I worded it a little differently, but
I mean, we didn't have pictures of him behind bars and Facebook jail.
Oh, my.
He had coming home from
I've never been
Facebook
to
jail
Facebook
parties,
jail.
man.
I've never been there either.
He got like
Never.
10
I
pages,
always wondered,
man.
like, how do you get?
I was in there
and what
for
happens?
a week because I responded to a picture, and it was like, that's the worst thing you
All
can
right,
do.
here it was. And it wasn't that bad, right? So, it's a response to a video. There's a video there of, I don't know if y'all seen it on Facebook. It was a video of a Ravens fan. It was a Ravens fan. She was a Ravens fan and I don't know, whatever other team, right? It looks like the Ravens fan. She was alone, black woman, by herself, right? So you can't really hear what's going on, but she's arguing with a white dude behind her. And he's talking all kind of shit to her, like, he actually can't. He called her a bitch, right? But she's talking shit too, right? So he said something, bitch, and she threw her drink on him. And he tried to fight her, and so everybody on the coast is saying like, she wrong, blah blah blah, and it's black people too. Like, hold on, that's a black woman, right? He called her a bitch. I don't care what else. I don't care what she said, right? So this is what I wrote. I said, maybe just me, but I still.
All the words are said of shock words.
No, but these
Yes.
These ain't
Great
that bad.
disclaimer.
These ain't that bad. This is why I said maybe it's just me, but I still wanted someone to knock his ass out, right? That's it. She was the only Ravens fan sitting amongst the sea of Steelers fans. I'm inclined to think that he was talking shit to the sister. That's the story that I'm going with to prove otherwise. He could have avoided the beer bath if he would have just shut the fuck up. That's what I said.
That wasn't bad. I don't think that was hard.
So
I don't think that was hard.
But some of the other things you didn't say.
I mean, I've said some questions, but most of
Well,
So they got a
most
flag
of
by
the
your
things are like
name.
that. Most things are like borderline. Like, really, you saying that
But
shit?
you probably can't. Yeah, he probably can't say a whole lot.
His
of that.
No,
IP
no.
address is got.
Oh no, they flag, yeah. So
Because you
one
can do
person
too
flagged
much,
me,
right.
then I'm gone. Like they go, that's
They're like,
that,
as soon as you
that was
even go
racist.
towards it, right?
I ain't mentioned nobody
But you
racist.
said some other shit before. I'll be like, you just can't say them words.
I mean, you can't say coon. You call somebody coon?
I think that's a good idea to not say that.
No.
No, he said,
I mean,
he
why
said
you need to
far
say that?
worse
Why?
words than that.
I mean,
I'm
because
sure. I mean,
a
I
coon,
might
a
have
coon,
heard him
a
since
coon
we've
is the
been
worst
getting
kind of
on
black
this
person. Like a coon should always be called out. I think we should never. If you ever see coonery in the midst of coonery, you should be called out. Like you're being a coon right now, and that's unacceptable behavior.
Deaf to coons, huh?
Deaf to coons.
So will Facebook put us in jail now because you're?
That's a good question. Coon. We use
We
suspended.
gotta ask the big boss.
I am
Hey,
not
Like
serious.
Mark
Brian, can we
Zuckerberg.
say them type words?
Can I
on
say
here?
coon on?
So,
That's
because
why
he
it's
be
called
saying,
uncensored.
he say cracker, gay, fag, and Jew.
I don't say
And
fag. I don't
you
say
said
fag.
it
I don't say
before.
fag. I don't say fag or Jew.
LMNOP,
I mean, no, I don't say fag or Jew. I haven't said fag since Facebook.
But we
I
don't
say
have
it.
to talk about that now. We
No,
can just
I won't say
leave
that.
it.
But I'm not even. I'm suspended from Twitter permanently, and I've not.
That's
haven't-
worse than Trump.
No,
Twitter
Trump. They let Trump back on.
Let you back on?
No.
That's fucked up. You know what's crazy? He tweeted you before, right?
No,
You ain't hit him
Really?
before?
no. I tweeted. I tweeted at him. He never tweeted at me.
I thought he tweeted back to you one time.
Nah.
What'd you say to him?
I used to harass his ass, boy. I used to be on.
I
Trump.
can imagine.
I used to be on his ass.
I'm surprised the men in the black suit and earpiece ain't come knock on your door.
Donald Trump was
Everybody,
good
if-
for
if
reality
you ever look at-
TV. He was good.
If you ever look at his
for,
Twitter, I mean,
building
everybody went
business,
at him.
but
I
not
mean,
for
they used to
president.
drag his ass on Twitter. Like, you ever go to his
Rightfully
Twitter page?
so.
Like,
Rightfully so.
So I wasn't half as bad. Like, I'm like, yeah, that's a good one. I used to steal shit, people material and shit. I said, I'm gonna say that on Facebook.
So 2022, are you gonna stay out of Facebook jail?
No, I mean, probably not.
I don't think he knows how to stay out of.
I don't know. I mean, I mean, I got better, but they terms
You
and
got
conditions
better.
is like.
Well, that
you can
puts
see
you
what that
in
shit
that
got
you-
in. Like,
right,
I'm not gonna
right.
stop saying shit like that. Like he should.
We
That's
can
my
probably
opinion.
go further than you can.
Right. and you can't, and you
Well,
won't get
they know
suspended.
it's as a flag,
Because they know
right?
who he is now,
Like,
right?
all
No,
right,
it's okay.
Tim
I mean,
again.
it's okay. I mean, fuck them.
See what I'm saying? You know how to stop, man.
I mean, what?
Is Facebook was it Meta? I mean, they changed the name.
Oh, that's right. They
Yeah.
sure did.
We got
I
a
know the
new name.
metaverse is gonna be crazy though.
Meta. I
It's
mean,
already-
yeah,
That's gonna be
but-
nuts.
yeah.
We're already in the metaverse, actually.
Yeah.
We are. Yeah,
We are.
you're right.
So would you allow a story knowing that shit's gonna get catch a lot of
No,
flack?
I
Would you
don't,
print
I
it?
don't want that. Like I said, it has to empower, enlighten.
Would you hire me as a
inspire.
writer?
Huh?
Would you hire me as a writer?
I would be scared to do that.
I mean, I'm saying, but
But here's the deal. I mean, we've had writers on the team that wrote things that were controversial or whatever. And if it was too much, we say no.
what's your most controversial one? What's the most controversial one you greenlit, and the one you say hell fucking no, like not a chance.
I can't remember the writer that I'm talking about is not with us anymore. I can't remember. There were
see why.
several that there were several that he submitted, but they were just because what we try to stay away from is people doing their opinion pieces because those are the ones that can
Polarizing,
cause,
yeah.
Yeah, but we do disclaimers, so we don't X everything, but we leave some of that stuff to
So you
someone
want to be
else.
like bipartisan? You know, you're not want to lead.
Well, and you know, I have a full-time job, so I'm careful about
Yeah.
getting into politics as well
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I got a job that
He's the worst
I'm planning
motherfucker
to
you want
retire
because
from, so
I'm trying to get a job.
He's
I
the nigga
don't
that
push
reads.
envelopes. So you know, I just try to keep it over here. If somebody go there, I'm like, let's come on back over here because I don't want them problems because they watch everything. So
Yeah, they
you
do.
do have to be careful.
You hear about those stories. People get right 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 months right before retirement, and all of a sudden they clip their wings. And then all the
You gotta
next
be a
years.
dumb motherfucker. 'Cause 2 weeks for retirement,
But-
I'm just taking off.
But
You know what I'm
well,
saying?
you know what? You just don't ever know or see when it's coming. I mean, you think that you're in the clear, you've done everything, you follow the rules, you know, and then all of a sudden someone asks you to come into their office.
And
I heard about it.
I plan to retire, so I don't want
You
no
just said,
problem.
I plan to retire. And I don't want
I'm
no
gonna take
bumps
my
in the
whole
road.
last year off.
Legitimately and all of that.
I got
so-
nothing
You
to me
retired,
for
then
2
you gonna get a
years.
little more
in
radical.
about 3 years, and then I'm out. So
You can get more radical with the magazine after that. Then
I'm
can I
not
get a
really,
job?
I'm not really a.
I want to
I
be.
mean, I have my moments, but I'm still. That goes into the book because I'm kind of like I watch what I say. Just because I don't want to bring that stuff back on me later. I do think about my future, and I'm talking about my future where I'm going when it's
Can you
over.
imagine?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that karma
So
piece is
I
real.
keep that in
Can you
mind.
imagine
when I
writing a
speak.
children's book?
No.
Because I already hear like Santa Claus ain't real and your father's a family.
I mean,
I couldn't imagine you writing a
I
children's
don't.
book, but it could be a good one.
I'm not that bad. Actually, he's actually worse than me. I mean, believe it or not.
No, I don't.
mean,
I've never been put in Facebook jail like you.
I mean, yeah.
I got
but
1 page, not 10.
5.
The greatest the gatekeeper of my secrets is in my mind.
There we
so
go.
What's in my mind, everything that comes through my mind does not
There's
need to be
power
published.
in zipping it.
I know.
Big
I
fuck.
agree. I mean, I was trying to tell her that last week. You know, I ain't
No,
said, I
you know
I wasn't
what?
as eloquent as you. but I
That
was
was by design. Some things I do deliberately and some things I don't.
Oh,
Last
busy.
week was
I need to drink
and
more because I'm getting moist.
Yes.
Come on, man. Stop
yes.
saying that, man.
There was a
He
whole-
right next to you.
Yeah, man.
Y'all next to each other. He said he's getting more.
Be moist elsewhere.
God damn. You know, but
But yeah, can we talk about how she made somebody leave the cast? It's the bullying tactics. It's the bullying.
She, who is she?
It's
Hill?
it's the bullying for
She,
me.
now I'm she.
you're she,
Hi,
she
everyone.
is-
This is Hill, your
she
girlfriend's
is,
girlfriend.
Yeah, my
She.
girlfriend's girlfriend.
Your girlfriend's girlfriend. The
That
one
motherfucker
you
to my
hate.
left.
The one you like. Oh, you hating with her? Fuck.
She ran Charlemagne the God off the air. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, yo. That's that.
Oh.
Oh, look at you. And she's not even denying it. She's rubbing. Like, it's just mean. It's mean.
I tuned
You know,
in last
I
week.
know.
just-
mean.
Listen, I had a
Just
couple
mean.
of questions that were just. I
just
mean,
mean.
it felt like it was an attack.
It was.
It was an all-out attack, and I continued to ask.
Okay, yeah, okay. I see. Now it's starting to make sense. Okay.
It was
okay.
an ambush, ladies and gentlemen. I was like, oh my God, I need to defend myself. What should I do? Oh, helpless me.
Oh,
Did I
I'm gonna kill a
properly
nigga.
answer your condescending questions? Did I adequately answer them?
I was trying to. I
Over
saw it.
and
Yeah.
over again.
I was trying to
mean,
help
It was an
you, help out.
ambush. It was an ambush, sister.
Yeah.
Ambush
It
by
was-
I
who?
had you though. I was.
It was an ambush, ladies and gentlemen.
You tipped in a few. You tipped in a little bit,
You
but then you came back
did,
out, and then
you
you
did.
saved yourself. There was
What
something you said.
What did I say? What was that?
to women.
And then there was a mockery made of my little 5-hour situation. It's like,
Oh, yeah, that
you
was
want,
it. Okay.
You want to go on another ride?
Okay,
and then
that was in poor taste.
Man, mockery.
A 5-hour ride.
Oh, what do you mean mockery?
Hey, but
You just said
You
was
wanna
gonna
go on another
ride. I just said
5-hour
you was going
ride?
another ride.
Well, hey,
mean,
here's
yeah, but-
here's the things,
I
guys.
did it
You
in
know
2
what's so
hours.
funny? It's so funny that, and we can
2 hours,
laugh
you'd be
at it,
cool.
make light
I mean,
of
it's over
it.
now, man. We've all had things in our past we can laugh at now. We looking at it like that. We looking at laughing at past. It's like, ha ha ha. I'm no longer there anymore. Like we celebrating
But
you.
Shock B, let me tell you what he doesn't like. Because he couldn't believe it. I saw the look in his eyes like, oh, you bringing up something from 2 episodes back? Wait, what? You doing that? I'm like, yeah, I'm bringing it up.
Because you
he
wanted
said
to be
it.
done at the.
Right. Yeah, he was like, you bringing that up? I'm like, yeah, that's what women
That's
do.
because
We're
they
good
say
at that.
Men are like waffles and women are like spaghetti.
Waffles.
Yes,
Waffle
honey.
spaghetti. Break that one down.
Break that
Okay,
shit down. I
so-
want to hear this shit.
So men are like waffles because you all deal with the situation. It is what it is for that moment. When you move on to the next thing, it's
That's
kind of
it.
like that's over with. When nothing seeps over, this was what it was. When we're here, this is what it is.
I'm full. I
But
took a shit. Ain't
women
nothing else
are
left
like
of it.
spaghetti. So what happens here has something to do with what happened here. What has something to,
Yeah,
so it's
that's it.
ongoing.
That's why.
So I'm saying, in your waffles,
And
do
we
you
don't
put
forget
waffles in
anything.
each hole? I put syrup in each hole of my waffles.
Yeah, but it ends. You saying it overflows because usually y'all are done. Like when there's an issue.
I mean, if it's done,
and
it's done,
once
right?
the lights go out, it's over.
Why is that?
But
though?
for women, that's not.
Why
the
y'all
case.
hold on to shit though?
But it's not about holding on. If it's relative, then you all don't want yesterday
I
to
don't
matter.
think we.
I don't think we hold on.
I don't think we hold on. We just don't forget. I have a memory like an elephant.
I
So,
do too.
and honestly,
I don't forget
it
either.
doesn't come back. It doesn't come back until
You
it's
do something
necessary to bring it back, right? So everything came
Or if you do a
back from the
repeat.
beginning.
Like
From-
if you do a repeat.
I
then
mean,
it is.
but that
That's what
seems to only work.
patterns are.
Well, that seems to only work one way. Like, cause if we bring up some shit that y'all did, you'd be like, well, what did we do? I never did
No,
anything.
I guess it depends on what it is. If it's relevant to the actual situation, the actual relationship, whether it's work related, like relationship related, then it may be relevant. But don't bring up something from my past that I shared with you that's not related or relevant to us. So I can't come and tell you a story, and then you say, "Oh yeah, remember you even had that problem with X, Y, and Z." Well, what apples got to do with oranges? Let's deal with what's
Yeah,
on the
'cause
table.
you got a
But if
Well,
problem.
you don't want to
deal
set
with-
patterns.
It's a pattern.
You can talk about a pattern like the glasses. Did you see the pattern?
Well,
in the
yeah,
glass?
we know the pattern was off.
Yeah, we know shit's off.
But it's not
You
all.
didn't
So you
recognize
have
the
a-
pattern.
you have a
Just 'cause
pattern
you
of
didn't
being out of
recognize
pattern.
the pattern didn't mean it wasn't there.
No.
Your
But it is-
glasses are
but
the
it's
same
not off
size.
because it's a pattern of 4.
Because
Yes.
you're a woman, you're on her side. That's why.
No, but that's not
It's
why I'm
what
saying
is-
that.
I'm sensing the
It's
pattern
because
here.
Yeah.
There are 4 different designs.
Here you go. Here you go. They ready.
he say?
He said, "I'm sensing a pattern here."
Yeah.
That's I'm just.
No, there are 4 glasses in this set.
We see
so
4.
now this.
I see 1,
She
2, 3.
said. She said that there were.
What if she made that up?
No,
Oh,
she
now-
knows that
now
because
y'all
she
finished.
knows.
Did you do your research?
And
Now
if
y'all
it
finished.
What if she just wanted
wasn't
to
a
Well,
target
because
right
pattern
here?
I've been in the
or
store that sells them. So how about
you
that?
know there's
So-
a pattern. And the only reason that there are only 2 because I was being considerate. What have you done for me lately?
Oh, well.
Man. Well, let's change the subject right now. 'Cause we don't want to talk about that anymore.
That's how that
bullshit.
works.
Yeah, you know.
Oh,
Patterns and
and this
bullshit.
is how we do it. Okay.
Hey, Brian, is the call-in number working tonight? So, it's what is crazy is, so you really look at, do you read every story?
Yes. Yes.
got to.
It has to
Yeah,
go
indeed.
through me.
Okay.
Yep.
Now,
I have an editor. She reads every story. We decide whether this is good. If it's not, she lets me know if, hey, I don't know about this one. But yes, absolutely. Poems. I mean, we publish poems. We publish
I thought you said
opinion
porn.
pieces.
I thought
You
it
said
was porn.
porn.
too. I'm
It
like,
did
yeah.
sound like
I'm
porn.
like, you said
but
porn, and I
said
can't write
porn.
it.
You
Like,
said
God
porn.
damn, y'all.
Poems.
That's
I can't be that
Porn.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Different
always
language.
think enlighten,
Like,
man.
well, porn is more,
Empower.
more acceptable than me. Like, wow.
inspire, enlighten, empower. Stay in that lane. But
I
yes,
mean, that's
poetry.
inspiring.
So let me say, poetry,
Poetry. Poetry.
We're not going to.
poetry, opinion pieces, editorials, coverage of events, all kinds of things.
So, what was one of your most controversial pieces
know
that you
what you're
published? Something that
Yeah,
came right up to the
too,
line.
brother.
we had a real controversial pieces. We have some sports pieces that maybe talk about a player or something that happened. I know one of our latest articles is about the young man who was on death row. And then they did a stay.
Yeah.
So that was, it was different. It was something that some people don't want to deal with, but he did write about that. So that's in the magazine. So those kind of things.
So who, and I'm sorry, who have you not covered that you'd like to cover? Like Nene Leakes is fascinating to me. Oprah Winfrey. I have all of these people. If I had an opportunity.
Nene Leakes is fascinating to you?
I love
Oh,
Nene
no, it's fine.
Leakes.
Okay.
I love Nene Leakes. I love her. I believe she's real. She's not afraid of her truth.
Her face too?
So, pardon?
Her face too?
Her face?
Is that real?
Her face?
Oh, no.
Bang, bang.
I'm
you
not
said-
concerned about her face. I'm talking about her personality as a person.
So,
Her face can
if you
change.
change your face,
In
you don't
this
think your personality
world,
can change?
In this world, we can be and look like whomever we want.
I'm not judging anybody, right? But I'm just saying, like, all right, you said she's real. Like, and what I see on the
When I say real, I'm talking from a personal who she is, who I feel her energy. But what she looks like, she can put on long lashes, short lashes, make her face dark, light, whatever. I don't care
that
about
notwithstanding,
that.
right? But what I see from Nene Leakes, from what I see her on, I see stagecraft. I see cattiness. I see
Shit that we like on Tuesday nights. Bullshit like that.
I mean ratchetness. I don't see progression. I don't see intelligence. I don't see.
It's not. The thing is that I don't want to reach. I
Reach.
don't want to go.
Reach.
I mean Jerome's gone, so I'll be your punching bag.
Reach.
You sure?
I mean, somebody gotta do it, right? I mean, like, you know.
Here's the thing. You know, people can present themselves in many lights, right?
True.
And so, what I like about Nene is that I believe what I see with her is who she is. I believe if she sits in front of me and sheds a tear, it's not a tear that she's getting for a rating.
She's an actor.
I believe that she's not, and she's crying because she's really hurt at the core of her soul. If she goes, and she goes at you, that's how she feels at the moment. It's not scripted. It's not because she needs a higher rating. It's who she is. So when you talk to her, you actually get an authentic human being. I don't care what she looks like in her face because that's not relevant to me. What I care about is that I'm talking to a person who can speak from the core of their soul, and any day we can revisit it. We can revisit it, and you can call me on this. You know what I'm saying? Nene, did you say that? You got a lot of these people who are just on, and I love reality TV, but reality TV is not always reality.
It's not reality.
It's not reality at all. It's all scripted.
It's bad.
But Nene Leakes she's one of those people. She's like, nah, I ain't doing that. I'm going off script. She's always off script, but she's always real. So for me, if I could talk to a person, if I could have somebody sitting in this chair, it would be Nene Leakes. And whatever she said, I would accept. I would believe it. And I would call it, you know, this is Nene Leakes. You know what I'm saying? There are certain people who I wish. So back to you, because you're our guest, right? It's not my show, our show. You're our guest. Who do you, in your wildest scheme or grand scheme of the person who you could interview, where would it be? Would it be in a rose garden? Would it be on the top of a mountain? Because for me, I'd be like on the top of a mountain with birds flying over, sitting up with some chairs and my little wine glass.
Nene licking her eyelashes.
Yeah, I want to talk about something. Let's make it a little
Flapping
dangerous.
good wings.
Let's, you know,
I've never had a vision of where I would interview. I do like one-on-one. LL Cool J is somebody that I would love to
Is your husband watching?
but not.
Is your husband watching?
He may be, but it's not because of what he looks like. Actually, his mind. Just when I hear him talk, he's a very
I done heard that shit. I'm gonna use that
deep
shit
brother. He has a lot of interesting things to say, and I would really love to. I actually like the conversation with people. He's a good person to sit down and just kind of get into his head and see.
I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna try that bullshit.
Because he's been through something.
I'd rather interview Nene.
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying.
I mean, really, I think that he has grown. I like to see growth in people.
I'm joking.
So I'm thinking what I used to see and what I saw when he first came out is very different than the man he is today. And then the things that he's gone through with his wife having cancer and just, I think he's grown into who he is. And I would love to hear about that journey.
He said something. Someone would, oddly enough, you said LL Cool J. He's one of my favorite people too. And
Why is that?
You know what? I had a connection with him. You know how sometimes you listen to people and they say things like, I love David Letterman. He did one of these things. My last guest needs no introduction, and it was a a whole host of guests or whatever. But back to LL Cool J, he said something in one of the interviews, and I connected, and then I felt it. He said, they asked him like, "What's next for you?" Right? That's always the question. What's next? And he said, I really don't know. He said, because life has kind of just always come to me. He says he's never had to really sit down and chase anything. And then I thought about myself, right? And I was like, wow, the professions, the things I've done for 30 and 25 and 26 years, even this situation, right, Pookie? It just came to me. My girlfriend's girlfriend. I got a phone call, and she and I had a conversation, and she was like, I told him, I don't want to do it, but you would be great. I know you would, right? It just came to me. And that was something that was profound to me to hear from him. It was something like just kind of comes to him. And then I went back and looked at his bio and all the things and how his life unfolded.
Yep.
He didn't have to really work hard. Opportunities presented themselves. He took advantage of them, and things just a snowball effect of good moving forward, right? And so I think that I always loved LL. Who didn't, right? As a kid, whatever. But that moment, I was like, I really like this guy, and I definitely felt like I had a connection with him because that's how my life unfolded.
Did you want to sleep with him?
Sleep with him?
Yeah.
No, I don't like to sleep with other people's husbands.
I'm fat.
Yeah, I was never a fan of his. Just I like the adult LL Cool J's conversation. Anthony Hamilton is another person that I would
I love
love to
Anthony
talk
style.
to. I love Anthony Hamilton. I
You know,
really
So
do.
how do you go
He's on
about
my wish
getting these
list.
people? How do you go about getting them? Do you call them? Do you say, hey, I want to interview? How does that happen?
Actually, I started out on Twitter, and I would talk to, for instance, I've connected with Anthony Hamilton a long time ago when the Woo tour was out, and I just kind of made a comment to him. I think he was out on Twitter because they're out on Twitter and they're just talking. It moves pretty fast. And I said, you know what, because you make conversation with them. So I just talk. And I had told him, I had tweeted and said, my husband always sends me the Can't Let Go song in my text.
He's a smart man.
And he said, smart man. And then the conversation started, and he, I said, I would love to interview you about your foundation and all the things you do. He said, okay, well, let me get you in touch with my publicist and that kind of thing. Sometimes that goes left. The publicist thing sometimes gets you lost as opposed to I had him and now I don't have him. But I started out on Twitter. And then you just have conversations with people. For instance, the lead on the group Next, I can't remember what his name is.
Last on that album.
I don't know.
But I
know
talked
they-
to
they-
him
they-
for a
they
minute.
bested-
and-
no, did they do the cover of Reba in the Sky? I think they-
I don't
No,
know.
yeah.
I don't know, but
Intro did that, that's
and
right, yeah.
I can't remember his name, but I talked to him on Twitter. I talked to New Edition Michael
Bivins.
Bivins. I mentioned him. Sinbad was somebody else that I had conversation with just because he had gone on a cruise. My mother happened to be on the cruise, and I was like, "Oh, my mother said she saw you on the cruise and she loved you," and he responded. So that's how I really start connection and just talk to people, and to see where they are, if they're open. Every celebrity is not open. And I don't even want to interview every celebrity.
You got a celebrity look-alike, because I'm like staring at your face, and then you're like, why is she looking at me so hard? Who do people say you look
Stacey
like?
Goswell.
You want me? Oh, so
I saw it, I'm like, oh my God.
so I get the Robin Dixon.
What about Tamla Mann from Tyler Perry's?
I've never gotten that one,
Oh my God.
but I've gotten Robin Dixon several times. Like, are
What-
you
what's
related?
that,
I was like,
Horace?
I
What
think
is
I-
that,
She's a
fishing?
beautiful girl,
Yeah,
but
fishing.
I've never.
No, I just saw something. I just saw something.
Robert Dixon is out of the whole cast of Housewives of Potomac. She's the cutest one because she's natural.
Yeah, I like Robin Dixon. I never thought I looked like her, but I've gotten that several. If I go to a skating rink, I have one girl say, you look like, and somebody actually posted it on Facebook one time, like, are you related to her? And I was like, no.
When you say yeah,
Huh?
the perk she gets, she'll say yeah, I know that's the
No,
cousin
I
right
was
there.
like, well,
Look at sister up. I
She
got
seemed like she cool, but no, we're
Right,
not
right,
related.
right.
But everybody looks like somebody, so.
That's what they
Who's
said.
your doppelganger?
Who's who?
Who's your
The
doppelganger? Your celebrity lookalike.
He gave you a mayonnaise word.
Who? Oh,
Who is your celebrity
I
lookalike?
I know. Well, this is what I've gotten, and please. And this has been over a span of 20 or 30 years. I've heard it. What's it?
Come on
Vivica
now.
Fox, right?
Okay.
I've gotten the Vivica Fox. When I got the Rihanna, I had someone say,
Rihanna.
"Oh, her mother. Oh, you her mother." I was like, hater, hater, right? Right? You know, you get that. You get the people.
They say mother. They say grandmother.
Grandmother. Oh, what did you say?
Man, damn.
No,
Hey,
I've gotten
hey,
a mother.
Right for my juggler. It's okay.
Hey,
I got
but the
you. I
fedoras
got
give me
you.
Phyllis Hyman vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you can't sing. I know you're not as
Hey,
great.
I'm
You know
telling
this
Yeah.
voice. You
that,
already know. I'm
that was
not.
my heart right there for this time.
Oh, yeah.
That was my heart right there. Who's
That was a
yours?
sad day.
But
I think you like Ghostface.
I get that.
Yeah.
That and Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence.
Oh my
Art.
God,
I could go with that.
that's true.
Now, Martin Lawrence is another person I would love to interview.
Let me see
I would
if
love to
can
interview
do
Dave
something for you,
Chappelle.
I would
sister.
love to. You know why? I will tell you. Is
Chappelle
my
bad
husband
motherfucker,
thinks
man.
that our TVs are broken.
See one channel.
That's my lady,
Because
man.
I watch Martin religiously. I think he is just your typical, and I might be wrong, but being from the DMV, Maryland, he is like your typical
He is.
Not the outfit you
Landover,
not-
Maryland
not the outfit
brother,
you wear,
right?
Martin. Not the
So
outfit you wear.
he's like Maryland all day long. So when I
Not
went
the outfits he
when
wear.
I went to Spelman, and they had a DC Metro Club, and so we connected with all the people that were from home. And the first time the Go-Go Band went down there, we were down there, and that kind of thing. And we just brought DC to Atlanta. It was very different. Like DC, Atlanta is so different. But I just felt like he was like the. That is like Maryland, right? That's
Yeah, absolutely.
a Maryland, with all the flaws and wonderful stuff. Because yeah, some of it is.
And you gotta love him for who he is. What
He
was
is,
that
he-
when he ran down the street when he had lost his way for a moment? But he got himself together, didn't he? That's
you
when
know-
we say lost his way.
But you know what's
for a
crazy
moment.
though? Growing up in Landover, so he went to Roosevelt. So where we lived at in Kenland, he went to Roosevelt, Parkdale, Bowie, or Fairmont, and we
Right,
all
right,
we
right.
all played at the arcade together. Matter of fact, the guy, the kung fu guy, Kenny, actually he rode our bus to school.
Were they funny? And do you remember them being hilarious? Always.
Martin
cracking
was
jokes?
always cracking jokes. Kenny,
It seems like
Dragonfly he was a smart one, like calm down, shorty, calm down, keep him. But this crazy to see him now, but like, that's a little motherfucker. We used to play fucking video games in fucking arcade back in the day. Little funeral rat looking motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But he's just always been that person though, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different kind of feeling when you see people grow, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I think
call it
he's
ladders.
hilarious.
I call it the ladders. My friends just say, "What are you talking about?" Tiffany Haddish had a moment over the holiday weekend. You all are probably all familiar with it, where she was flying just regular airlines, right? And then somehow or another, because 600 flights got canceled on Christmas Eve, then I think it was like 2,100 for Delta got canceled on
she ain't get that
Christmas
private
Day,
plane?
right? Because all of the people were really sick. And so she was crying on, was it Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. I call it the ladders in life. Ladder 1 through 5.
Break that
Poverty and extreme wealth. And when you make it to that third or fourth ladder and you get those new friends, it's a difference. My friend's like, Shanita, what you talking about? Heal, what you talking about? Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Tiffany Hash was trying to get home to see Auntie and them.
Okay.
Right? And then all of a sudden, because she was right there between ladder 4 and 5. If she had been at ladder 2 and 3, this would have never happened. But she made it just over the threshold with some people who could make a difference in your life. No matter what. It's almost like Arsenio Hall. He went broke. Got some friends that are extremely rich. Called him and said, hey man, dust yourself off. Hey, it doesn't happen on ladder 2 in life. It doesn't happen definitely at ladder number 1. You're at ladder number 3 trying to make it at ladder number 4. Ladder number 5 are the billionaires, the Oprah Winfrey's, the Tyler Perry's, the Diddy's, the Jay-Z's of the world, in our world, right?
Damn, I'm not even on the ladder. I'm not at the base then.
Well, no. But what happens is when you get to ladder number 3, if you make it somewhere to number 4, when things that happened to Tiffany Haddish this holiday weekend, she was on the private jet, Instagram, had one of her friends at ladder number 4 or 5 was like, oh no, Tiffany, you getting home to see Auntie and them.
Right.
And because guess what? all those sick Delta Airlines or crew members and people who can't do because of COVID, doesn't matter to us. We got our own private plane, and the rules don't apply to private like they do to public.
That's true.
Tiffany was on the plane. She had a little afro, little blonde hair, little crazy looking eyebrows. Face wasn't beat. She was looking crazy. She was like, "Praise God, thank God." But she had made it to ladder number 5 and touched enough people in that world where they like, "Is that our girl flying regular charter?" No.
Right.
Get her a private plane and get her to where she's going. It makes a difference in this world, a difference when you have these relationships and you break that gravity shield. People try to pull you back and keep you in a comfort zone where they are.
Right.
But Tiffany Haddish had to sleep in the car. She talked
That's
about
right.
it when she was in
That's
LA.
right.
And the people called the police on her and she was like, the guy seen her and didn't even know who he was. She was like, he's like, "You Tiffany Haddish, if I'd known it was you, I wouldn't have called the police on you." She was broke. But she broke through that barrier and made it to the other side of wealth.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all like this.
She made it.
On Cincinnati
She
Network,
did,
I
right?
agree.
us on Cincinnati Network, this is reality radio at its finest. Once I get to that motherfucking 5th and 6th rung, fuck you motherfuckers from you broke niggas from behind. I am not looking back. I'm not, fuck that. We going to
Well,
the next
I talk
level.
about those ladders all the time, and when you make it, I mean, I feel like I was pulled back because of gravity, because of family and friends. I had made my way to LA. I was done. I mean, it depends on where you are. You can either keep pressing and going to the other side, or you can allow forces to pull you back, right? When you get to the other side, you kind of, I would suggest that if you didn't have anything that was meaningful that you left behind, that you're better off than not. I had kids, aunts, uncles, mom. I had people that I cared deeply about. Tiffany Haddish, like Sue, you got to get away from that.
The night before Thanksgiving, we went to DC Live. Line around the fucking corner. Me, Shock, Mike, my man Fred. We walked straight to the door. We had liquor bottles with us. Walked in the club. Drank our liquor bottles. Went upstairs to a floor that was closed. Made more drinks. Right? End of the night, it was time to go, right? Me and my man, we couldn't find this nigga nowhere.
Well, where were you hiding,
So
guys?
find out.
Where were you hiding,
We got to my
young
truck.
Shock?
We got to my truck. He was on the back seat of the truck asleep.
I've been there a time or two.
Me and Fred went to breakfast.
Not your truck, but
He
in a
was
limo.
still on the back seat of the truck asleep while we went to breakfast. We pulled up to his mother's house. All I remember when I woke, I think we got to his mother about 4 o'clock in the morning. But when I woke up about 6 in the morning, the front wheel of the truck was like in his mother's front yard.
Oh, okay.
And we like, this dirty motherfucker. Then they say, "See y'all later, happy Thanksgiving,"
You said the wheels of the truck?
was on in his mother's yard. So we thought he got out of the truck, went in the house. So I dropped my truck off, got my car, went home. I got a call like 8 in the morning. This motherfucker was sitting in the back of the truck asleep. But that was a good time we had, though. You know what
Yeah, I
I'm
know about a good
Let me
time.
let me fill in the gaps. So what happened was after we left the bar, we was a bartender and the patrons. I went, you know, if you've been to DC Live, we the steps, we come there.
I've been there several times, don't
So-
remember anything.
So
but
I was,
yeah,
I
go
was
ahead.
fucked up. I just sat down on the steps, and bartender like the bouncer like, come in. I'm thinking he helping me take me to an appropriate place where I can
saying?
just
Might try to rape
rest.
him or something.
He woke me out. So I'm out
You
the
woke
door.
him out.
It's raining, and luckily I had keys in my hand because I went back to get the liquor to bring in the club.
Don't forget the liquor.
So I'm in there, passed down the back seat with the keys in the car. So luckily they got it in hand. My hand was like this. I've got a rob.
Yeah, Rob. He's right behind him.
So this dude, I don't know, whatever he said he did when he dropped me off at my mother's, I ended up in front of his, well, who lived there?
Jack in the bed.
Yeah, one of his, friends or whatever. This is 90s, okay? So
It's nice, it's
it's
nice.
90s, so we good. We good. Statute of limitations up.
I love the Statue of Limitations.
It's up.
I got some
So,
stories.
20, 30 years ago.
So
No
I
such
get up,
thing.
right? I'm like, wake up. It's like, it's Thanksgiving Day. So I'm looking up, and I'm like, I'm not in my bed. I'm looking up. I'm in the back seat of the car, all uncomfortable. Got fucking cramps in my neck. So I open the door, and the alarm go off. And this woman and her mother come out with like ready to fight. Like I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I'm still half asleep. Like they're looking at me
Half
like,
drunk.
She's like, Shaka? I was like, yeah, that's Shaka. So they called him like, yeah, Jacques over here. He got out of the car, so he had to come get me.
No, I ain't even come get you.
Oh, did you drive me
That
home?
drove you home.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, whatever.
Well, wait a minute. Was you
The
there?
story is so confusing.
No, when they called me,
even
like,
still,
I'm asleep, like,
even
I'm
still.
like,
Were you there?
This
I'm
like,
like,
this,
hello?
Yeah, I wasn't there.
He where?
I was
Right.
there when physically I was there, but I
Look at
wasn't.
me here in the backseat of the truck. I dropped this nigga off.
No,
I
you
was at his
didn't.
mother's house.
I'm like, man, and to this day, I don't believe I believe he dropped me right there. Because that's all I don't remember. I don't remember ever going home. I don't remember somebody saying, you home, get out, blah, blah, blah,
Wow.
blah. All I remember is waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever, on Thanksgiving Day, and I know where I'm at. I'm like,
Man, I had a whole steak and cheese in my lap, motherfucker. So I knew we had breakfast.
Things happen. That's what I say.
But I'm
things
saying,
happen.
that ladder you talking about,
Yeah.
hey, Brian, once we get to that ladder, we ain't looking back, Slim. Understand
No,
something.
If you do, you're a fool.
Hey.
Cause
Nah, you
work
gotta look
so
back. You
hard.
gotta look back. You gotta bring-
I'm
you gotta
not
bring your next
suggesting
brick
that
up.
not looking back is the wrong thing to do, but I'm talking about when
Fuck
life
them niggas.
happens. Not Oprah Winfrey. Whitney Houston. She and before she
dead.
passed away, CeCe Winans were really great friends, right? And this is when you get to the ladder. So CeCe Winans and BB Winans were having some type of financial issues. And I love to watch these kind of stories, interviews. And then they needed some money. And then, of course, CeCe Winans and BB Winans, very proud people, you know. They had a run at success at that moment in time. And then they needed something. And then Whitney Houston knew their friends might have been okay, but were not doing as well as she was. And she was like, well, I'm going to pay for it.
Man, do you know
I'm going to
wish...
pay for it. And then she said to them, well, let me get this straight. She says, I'm rich and you all are whatever. She said, so I'm your friend. Let me pay for it. That's when you get to the different ladders in life. When you don't have, and you never fall back. It's never like a friend like, oh, my bad. Oh, oops.
Hey.
What you going to do about that?
You better not
Right?
ever give me a
How
motherfucker,
you going to handle that?
a super rich motherfucker that's on drugs as a friend. Because, goddamn it, I'm going to need a whole lot of shit. You don't understand that, goddamn.
But I don't think if the whole premise is behind what I was just saying, it's not about somebody taking advantage. It was just about a good friend. I mean, I got some friends making it to ladder number 4 or 5. It's going to be a great day for them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's going to be a
I'm feeling
great
you.
day. It's like, oh my gosh, she made it or they made it, and it's good.
And it don't matter
Because
what
that
ladder
wealth,
they-
like
Yeah, I got you.
Arsenio Hall, when he went broke, he flatlined, he was done. They let him stay down there for a minute. You know, the Arsenio Hall show at night, it was great. He had a run for what, 5-10 years? Right? Then something happened. Don't know, something happened.
Life happened.
He was broke. And then his friends who were rich, ladder number 4 and 5 folks went and got him and said, all right, man, come on. We're going to fix you back up, put you back together.
Yep.
And it's not going to really hurt us. And that's where you want to get to those ladders in life. That's just my opinion. You want to get to a place where you have friends. It's good to be the good friend that's always doing well. Ladder number 3, you looking back, always looking for 1 and 2. You always looking out for 1 and 2.
Right.
But you're not reaching forward for the people who can help and bless you.
I'm going to tell you like this.
So-
And the ladders of Tito's and alcohol, this shit got me sweating like a motherfucking
Yeah, I
Murray
see the
Bird.
beads and sweat coming up off his face. I was trying to say we need to call 911, get the paramedics.
I'm sweating like Murray Bird in this motherfucker, goddamn it. Shit, you know what I'm saying? So, Lisa, what we got for 2022 far as...
Oh no,
Dumb
see,
stuff,
that's how the
man.
devil do stuff.
I'm looking for, actually, I'm looking to increase my team, get more into sports articles and things to bring, looking for ideas to bring the men in to read more of the magazine and get engaged. Covering more events. I love covering events. And of course, with my publishing, I kind of interchange all of the things that I do. So I'm looking to just continue to grow and expand globally because the magazine is global. So get more viewing from the other countries out there.
So when you realized one day you saw, like, can you see who watches your magazine for us?
Like other countries and
Yeah.
stuff?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I can track it and see how many times they've come and visited. You know, first they start, they just kind of peek in. Of course, you get a little nervous when certain, certain areas are watching. You're like, why are you watching this little piece of magazine? But it's kind of cool to realize that people out there are just Googling and finding things. So,
Oh, we about to be there since the network, goddammit.
yeah.
Yeah, just show me
Let's
give me the
go.
road map to Zimbabwe or wherever, because we getting there, goddamn.
That's right. That's right.
So 2022, what we got coming up?
2022, I am. I have my own publishing company, so I am bringing some more people on board because, like I said, I love writing. I actually have a children's book series, so I released my first book, but I'm looking to do 2 more. It's called Cam Capers.
What is it based on?
I want to be one of your writers.
My children's book is based on my grandson and myself. So I'm Gigi, and he is Cam with the K, and we have a special little bond. And so the series is all based on Gigi and Cam from the day he was born and all the little adventures that we have. And we include the rest of the family, but it's really
Call me if you need some stories.
Absolutely.
I was going to do a children's book based on my childhood.
No, so I got a story like me and my grandson. He would climb in the bed with me sometime, and just when I wake up, about 4 or 5 in the morning, he laying there with his hand behind his back, butt naked with a woody. I'll be like, nigga, move.
So no,
like,
those
move.
won't be the kind of stories we tell. But
Yeah, I wasn't even somebody.
You're
I was
right,
thinking,
you're
that's-
I didn't even see that coming a mile away.
so, but back to Gigi and Cam, yeah, that's what the series is
Please,
about.
please. Back to you.
But no, and actually in 2022, I plan to have another Power Shut Up Symposium like I had last year.
Power shut up.
It's
Explain
a
that.
Power of
Shut
Shut
up.
Up Symposium.
Hey, listen.
you
No,
shut up.
listen.
Listen.
No, you shut up.
No.
Listen.
It's
You
for
want one of
everybody.
them
I'm a fan
Wanna
rap.
take it on a
But
ride?
won't you listen?
But it's last year I did my very first one. Mark Clark was
You should change it. I like
there.
Mark Clark.
Mark Clark,
Mark
yeah.
Clark was there,
I don't
Mary
care
Jo-
for Mark
the
Clark.
girl.
Prince
That's-
Dejour was
No,
there.
I don't
Yeah.
like mine. Okay.
But they
you
would
don't like his wife either?
I love Allison.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
like
they were
both.
actually part of the symposium. I had some.
I
other
don't know him
speakers.
personally. God forgive me for saying that.
Actually,
met him in
Mark
Baltimore.
interviewed me one time
Yeah, we
Yeah,
met in Baltimore.
he's
for
cool.
article I wrote. Ironically, for something I wrote.
Really?
Yes, he
Yeah.
put me up over there.
He's
but-
been a huge supporter. They actually were speakers on the event, and we talked about the power of shutting up, based on my book.
You should change the
And I'm
power
gonna
of
do
shutting
it
the fuck
again.
up.
Shut the fuck
No,
up.
I
That
don't.
was something more. I know,
think
but
shut up was enough.
No, I think
but
shut the fuck
But
up.
when you
sometimes.
put
But
the
what
word-
happens,
you
like
put
if
the
you're on
DA in
Facebook,
it,
you
John.
don't shut up. You just keep going.
It's not for me. It's for people like. It's for
it's
others.
for everybody. Everybody.
Me. Sometimes.
Actually, the power of shut up is a self-check.
Ah,
So yeah, it really is about you telling yourself to shut up.
But you know something, you put
to
the word
think
DA in, shut the fuck up.
No.
That
It
really
just-
puts
I don't
it-
like it.
That makes you stop and think. You know what? Maybe I should shut the fuck up.
I don't like it.
You know, okay.
It's like, people don't understand.
So, if I'm gonna write a book called
Because
"The
if
Power
I,
of Shutting
as
the
a
Fuck
reader,
Up,"
I wouldn't buy it.
And you
So
can't.
that's,
but there's other people that will.
other people will,
There's a
but they
book
won't buy it with
called,
my name on it.
What's the name of that book? About no
I
fucks
think
to
shut
give.
up was
No.
far enough.
No fucks given.
No fucks given.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, people do say all kind of things, but yeah, that's not.
I'm gonna
my
read your
route.
book and then I'll write my own book. The Power of Shutting the Fuck Up.
You know what's crazy
Go
though?
for it.
I'm not gonna plagiarize too much of it. I'm
You're
not
not gonna plagiarize it.
I'll reword some
Well,
of the
then
shit you
we'll
put in
meet
there.
again.
No,
Yeah.
We got word spinner for people like you.
But you know what's
No
crazy
fuck.
though?
We will meet again. That's
You know,
all.
there's power in the word bastard. Meaning if I just say, Shaka,
So
you
this is just random.
No,
conversation.
I'm saying. But there's power in the word bastard. Like if I say, Shaka, you a stupid. But if I say, Shaka, you a stupid ass bastard, it just makes it sound believable.
Well, for a person like maybe like, oh my God, his mother doesn't know his father. Oh my, what happened? Oh Jesus, Shaka. Oh, I thought he had siblings. What? Oh, maybe they're not all related.
Or what bastard child is him? That just makes it
That
sound
word
like
bastard always goes back to somebody not knowing who their daddy is.
I
But
mean,
the
well,
power shut up is about, is that really necessary? Like,
could I reserve those words? Could I just? I mean, no, I
is
agree.
it do you have to say
should
that?
I said that shit before I hurt her feelings? Or before her father came chasing
It
her
is,
in
it's
front of
about
the house?
thinking first before you speak.
No, I mean, I can
And
read
if
some
you,
of that. I
if
can
you
learn that.
flip it, consider what the last 2 years we've been in, and how much rhetoric and people just running off at the mouth, and how dangerous that has become.
No, I agree.
So we really do pop off about everything instead of thinking first, because you can't take it back. Once you say it,
I love when people don't shut up. I've had some situations that
tell.
happened here recently. No, I love it. I love it
comes
because
naturally.
I want to know how you really feel.
'Cause you
Well,
be-
No, I agree with that though. I agree with that.
And let me tell you what I love about how you really feel. It's the people that's closest to you who lose control and become unglued, and they give you a run unnecessarily, and they want to fight with you with words because we beyond fighting with fists, and you know what I'm saying. And then when they do it, honestly, because words can cut you like a knife.
That's
right. I always say, I understand. God bless you. And they want to draw me into this duel. I'm like, I'm not going to give it to you.
But that's you exercising your power shut up. Because, see, the power shut up is not about being quiet. It's actually about being smart with the words that you use. Because you can say a lot. You can say a lot, but it don't mean that it's landing nowhere. It don't mean that people listening. And ultimately, the goal is to be heard. No matter what you're saying, even if you want them to hear the word bastard or whatever, you want to be heard.
No, I agree with you. I'm
so
being facetious
you
when I
gotta
say
be
no.
smart about what you're saying, how. But it's not in any way am I saying
Don't say don't be.
because that's why I had to get it together. Because I mean, yeah, I'm talking, but ain't nobody listening. So how can I make it so that when I
How
speak,
can you be diplomatic and get the most out of your words?
or
Like,
whether you cursing people, you don't have to use curse words to.
No, but some, no. I mean,
you don't have to
I'm seeing
say
curse
be
words,
nasty
so
to
we're not
people.
feel bad
No, but I'm saying though, but a lot of
yeah.
people feel like that's the way I can communicate this strongly to you. But actually, you could probably damage somebody a whole lot worse.
Saying
sometimes
less
with-
is so much more powerful.
absolutely.
Saying less is so much more
It
powerful.
really, if
you
you know what you know,
You ever get talked to and felt like you got cursed out, but they ain't say not one curse word?
That's right.
My mother was a master of that shit. Like, I just got cursed out, but she ain't say.
That's 'cause she
bitch,
got the
ain't say
power.
One thing that was.
She got the power.
Yeah. I understand.
It's a
does.
very powerful feeling. I've had a couple of really close people to me here lately, and then without even mentioning names because it's not necessary, they became unglued. They wanted me to fight with them.
Yep.
And I wouldn't do it. And because they know me, they're like, oh, I know she. And I'm like, no.
Yep. That's the
because
best feeling in the world.
words that come out of my mouth, if I say them to you, you know them to be true.
Yeah.
And if I say it, I'm cutting you at your knees. I'm cutting you at your
I'm
knees.
gonna tell you
And
this.
words are
like you
powerful.
did last week.
If you ever get on my motherfucking nerves, I'm taking you to Resurrection Cemetery.
With the
I'm
peacocks.
putting you in the car. I'm
Get her.
gonna dress you like a fucking peacock. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna chase you the fuck around.
Chase her into the peacocks.
Yeah, chase you into the
The
peacock.
peacocks are serious. The peacocks are
So
serious.
it's me or the peacock.
So
motherfucker.
that means you really mad.
So Lisa, man, we enjoyed you hanging out with us, man.
I enjoyed it too.
Shout out to
Yes,
Love Style
absolutely.
Magazine.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You know,
I appreciate
I talked to
it.
T Money last week,
Oh, did you?
so we will be back shooting CEO again. You know
That
what
was
I'm saying?
fun too. That was
Yeah,
one of
we
my
back
first
shooting
times
CEO.
being in a movie.
I'm trying to be in a movie too, man. I could be, whatever, be extra, butler, whatever you
Motherfucker.
need me to do.
He
The
told
butler.
I'll be
me,
the
I
help.
can't even imagine you being a butler. 'cause
he
like,
taught me a lot with that because I had to shoot that scene by myself. Nobody was really there as a newscaster, and I was like remembering lines and things. I didn't know what I was doing, but I had a ball.
You know the
You
crazy,
ad lib a little bit.
you know the crazy
I didn't.
thing?
I stayed to the script
stayed to
because
the
I
s-
was nervous to get. I followed
Okay.
the rules.
But the crazy thing is CEO, like, it's two scenes.
right.
And it's both scenes. Like, why am I the only person with the gun to my fucking head? So when I go back to school, it's like 600 kids got that shit on that fucking screensaver. I got the gun to my fucking head, right? Like, T, but why am I the only motherfucker with the gun to their head? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I wasn't in
They
there.
hide
I,
you.
I missed
He was a
something. I
resident
missed
nigga.
something. It was.
No,
a
I'm in the
part.
very beginning, like
Okay.
on the TV screen,
Okay,
as a
okay.
newscaster. I think reporting that there are 2 dead bodies over there somewhere,
Bladensburg Road,
and then I'm
Bladensburg
out.
Road.
So
She's out, you know what I'm
Sorry,
saying?
forget about
I was
it,
like, the
man.
rest of the movie, I'm not in the rest of the movie.
So where can they find you on social media?
I'm Lisa Dove Washington on Facebook. Dove Style
Dove
Magazine
Washington.
has a page. Touched by Dove Publishing. Cam's Corner is for my children's book. The Power Shut Up has their own page. I have, but Lisa Dove Washington is
Why you
pretty
look at me when
much.
you said that?
Because you had about 5 pages. I was,
Look at
I was
5 pages.
instantly thinking about Facebook jail.
Like, buy the book, nigga. Nigga, buy the book. I'm trying to
Buy
help
the
you.
book. Is the book out?
What, Power Shut Up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's been out since 2019.
What, how much cost? So, you know, who wants to do
The book
book
is
sign?
$19.99.
$19.99. Why y'all always put $99?
It's just a better way.
99 is financially it's a they calculate the 99 a certain way, so that's why usually you'll see 79, 99, but it's for financial reasons. It's not.
So what is it?
It's not just random.
Self-published?
Huh?
Self-published?
Well, yeah. I have my own company,
okay.
but yeah. Yep.
So,
So I also
if I want to
publish
write a
them.
book, can I write a book on your publishing company?
Absolutely.
You would do it. You want like you don't want me to work for you or your magazine. I'm just saying, would you?
No. I actually have clients that we publish their books.
you will
So
publish the
you-
shit that he say?
Well, we would edit it, but it would be yours.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
I mean, we don't, like, I can't tell you what to write.
And how do I get paid? What's the term?
How do you get paid?
Yeah. Like what's
You
it?
sell your book. No, what do you
No, I'm
mean?
saying as a publishing company, what percentage do I give you?
Well, no, you pay for the package, whatever it is, and then once the book
What are the
goes.
packages like?
What's like cable TV, like basic,
Like-
Well, right, I
premium
have
cable.
basic package. I have a premium package.
What's your premium
My
package?
highest package has a website that goes with it, so it gives you a place to house
Little
your
bundle
book.
deal.
Yeah, so I mean, it depends on what you want. If you just want the basics,
So
like a book.
how much it
publishing-
cost to print like a book, each per book? Like how does that work out? Like per book? Like I know with Amazon you got to pay like maybe $6 or whatever, like per copy to them.
Well, I mean,
And
it depends. Like it's not per book because I'm actually doing a package. So
Package.
yeah, but we could, definitely talk about it. See what your profit would be.
I mean, I don't even have a book written.
So
I'm just
basically,
talking shit right now.
tell her-
I'm just just in case I write a book.
So basically,
Well, a lot of people
Shaka,
don't have.
you got something inside of you. It's
Yeah, a
like,
lot of people don't have a book.
have her a
written when
white
they
man
go.
call your white man, all right?
No, I don't have white man.
I don't either.
You need a
I
white
was about
man.
to say, at this point, can we eliminate the white man?
I don't have one. I'm just saying.
I'm excluding my employer.
This is actually my. This is my company.
Yes, you are. Like I admit it. I'm ashamedly so. But yeah, not counting him. I don't have a white man.
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah.
one.
But we definitely like, enjoyed you coming on with us.
This was fun.
We did, yes.
And Chuck, we weren't gonna drown you today. You know what I'm saying? We weren't gonna drown
No,
you.
I was
Man,
ready
too.
to have a good
You
time.
know,
I told you I
it was
tuned
a
in last
volatile
week, so-
situation. Last week, girl,
Yeah, I
it was
tuned
like
in.
an
Oh
hour.
God! Stop it! Stop it!
It was. It was a total
you were-
ambush on
you
women. It
told-
was terrible.
It was.
You told a man to give you fellatio.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
did
remember
not
you
say
You
that.
did.
You told
did.
him
No, I
to
know
put
what
in
you
his
were
dick on his
saying.
mouth.
You did
You
say
know what
that
I'm saying?
shit.
I said
But
to
we
him
don't wanna
what
go
he
back
needed
there.
I
to hear.
would have choked you my goddamn self.
I felt emasculated.
And you
That's
know
not
what?
he felt.
And rightfully so, as you should have, as he should have. Thanks for being part of the Uncensored Network for Shits and Giggles.
Hey, look.
Rome.
Y'all heard it first. Lisa Dub. She said Dub. She didn't say W. She said Dub. You got some HD Wilson in you, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, Haitian.
I
Lisa
do.
Dub Washington. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know who you look like though, actually? What was the mayor?
Watch yourself.
No,
Well,
what's
I'm
her
just
name?
kidding.
Sharon Pratt.
Sharon
Dixon.
Pratt.
Sharon Pratt.
I'm gonna say
You're
Marion-
much younger.
Marion Barry.
No, of course you are. You know what? Marion
on,
was
man.
a good friend of mine.
Walkie
I know I
Watson or
wasn't
something.
saying
Yeah, ready to
that.
jump on the table. Nah.
That bitch set me
And I
up.
got,
Well, we know the difference, right?
Right.
Hey,
Male
look.
and female.
Hey, look.
and you know what? So, you know what? Kathy
Hughes.
radio Kathy Hughes.
Now I would love to interview
I would
her.
love to be that bitch my goddamn
Kathy.
self.
Lisa, I love to be that
Hughes.
bitch.
I would
Don't-
love to
we don't
interview her.
we don't say
story's
bitch anymore either. We don't.
amazing.
Especially because of the industry she's in and what I do. I would
You know, it's
love.
crazy.
I'm gonna set that up.
When we started,
Don't play with me.
I'm playing with you.
But you know, when we started
I'm
straight talking on
going
Station
right now.
Radio,
I thought
I'm gonna
so.
let you know right
I
now.
was like, nah, I'm not going
what's
there.
crazy, when we started straight talk on Station Radio, next door is where Kathy Hughes started, in the window, the same way they started.
remember.
Yeah, you know,
What's up with Nate?
he's still around.
You need to
Still
visit,
around.
visit Nate.
But look,
Nate is where we used to have a. Repeat what you said.
Nate who?
Nate Mines. So we
Okay.
started at Dynamic Wellness on 428 Street, Northeast. We started in the window, right next door where HUR started, in the window.
Wow.
And I was out every Saturday show. That's where we first started out. Shout out to Uncle Nate, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
For loving us and, giving us that love and stuff. But like I said, we are for Shits and Giggles. Holding it down, Lisa Dub Washington. She had somewhere to go real quick. We just loved her to hang out with us for a quick hour. Dove Style Magazine.
Thank y'all for
Where can they
inviting
find you
me.
at again, once again?
You can find me on Facebook at Lisa Dove Washington. I also have a website, lisadovewashington.com. You can find everything that I do there.
Hey, for Shits and Giggles, man.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
Nice to meet
Hey,
you, sister.
we are the
Have fun with
powerhouse
y'all.
of
I'm gonna send you my
reality
resume,
radio,
okay?
Send radio.
You said what?
I'm gonna send you my resume.
All right.
You got lawyers? Because he gonna
My
bring a lot.
sister's a lawyer, so
Oh, see, we all in the family. All in the family.
we're on lock.
Yo.
He been in Facebook jail 10 times, 15 times last year, right?
I don't know if she can get you out of Facebook.
I mean, I'm not looking to get out of Facebook. I just make another
oh,
profile.
you want to stay in and do the
No,
time?
I want to stay out of real jail.
Yeah, real
And I've been so far, I've been
That's a
successful.
good goal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We all should want to stay out of real jail, right?
Come on, yeah,
Right.
Fuck
man,
That's pretty
that's,
final.
that's
Yeah.
low expectations and all, but yeah,
You know
I
something?
like to stay out of
I
real
can
jail.
see you now down Jessup
No, you
with
cannot.
some woman
No, you
with a
cannot.
big
Right,
beauty
not for me.
braid
No,
your
you-
hair and shit. You
no,
know what I'm saying? Big beauty just braid your
You might see that for
I can see you
yourself.
as a CEO involved. I see you as a CEO.
Water.
You
Yeah,
don't
not
see,
water, not water.
You,
See,
you don't see me anybody braid my hair because I'm gonna do everything that's humanly
You
possible.
sit between her legs, she braiding your hair, and you folding and washing her drawers
She
and
is not
shit.
receiving that.
At all.
Hey, look, we offer Shits and Giggles coming to you each and every week from the Powerhouse of Podcast Radio Uncensored Network. Make sure y'all download the app, hit the share button, man. Look, like I say, Lisa Washington, man. Hey, Dog Style Magazine. Here, my girlfriend.
That's right.
Shock be my motherfucking mofo.
Stay out of Facebook.
And this
jail.
motherfucking shit, this goddamn Tito's gotta be moist.
Hey, you need the fan.
I'm feeling good. No, I don't need the fan.
Hey,
Hey,
you need the fan today.
for Shits and Giggles, we'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind if I get ratchet. Go out of my mind, completely batshit. My mama taught me it ain't flaunting if you have it. Please believe, best believe I'm a bad bitch.
Getting lit real fast around here. You might need a pass around here. You can watch her dance, but watch your hands, cause we'll grab ass around here. This thing takes skill around here. This thing get real around here. You can hush it up in the game 20 plus, guess what? We still around here.
Slick in these pockets, making hits in these sockets. We got chips on their shoulder, we got chips in our pocket. Don't speak my name, don't come for me. I roll with serious company. I'm a queen that snap my fingers, and my team will get you done for me. Cause we here for it.
Getting money, we here for. Everybody, we here for. DMV, we here for. Yeah, ladies, we here for. Tatianas, we here for. All my ladies, we here for. Yes, indeed, we here for. Yeah, cause she ready.
She ready,
She ready.
she ready,
She ready.
she ready,
She ready.
she ready.
We here for it. Yeah, we here for
For
it.
it.
Yeah,
Hey,
we
ladies,
here for
hey.
it. Hey, okay. So you don't feel like you in Gogo Zumba. Keep it moving. What's down that little booty? I've been getting money since I got with Kim and Scooby. I don't know what you've been doing or pursuing. You and ruin. My team ain't got no sense. We out here cranking, check the movement. Them haters popping off and don't be aiming when they shooting. And we don't stop into this movement we pursuing. Let's get this popping. She said she like watching. She turned on my faucet and she let me slide. And that kiss moved down the side. And she said it's all good. She wiped it off like she worked for Mr. Miyagi. Yesterday, and we here for it. Get money, we here for it. Everybody, we here for it. DMV, we here for it. Yeah, ladies, we here for it. Tatianas, we here for it. All my ladies, we here for it. Yes, indeed, we here for it. Yeah, she ready. 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 We here for it. Yeah, we here for it. Yeah, we here for it. Hey, okay. You ready, ladies? Hey, don't go so She said she ready,
Happy holidays, everyone. We're back from my little break, Uncensored Network, for Shits and Giggles. Shock B, Horace. We just had a fabulous guest, Miss Dove Washington, an author, who invited us to be on her show, Lunch with Lisa, which I think we all going to take advantage of that. It seems like she's a force to be reckoned with in the Washington, D.C. area. So we back from break, guys. What we going to talk about?
I don't know. Well, you supposed to say, come on, you gotta let them know where we coming from, baby. Where we at? The powerhouse of what?
The powerhouse of what?
Podcast radio.
Podcast radio.
Reality radio is fine. Because, nigga, when I
Once
get that.
say it once or twice.
Once
I'll
I get
it.
that big check, I'm getting shady on rock you,
powerhouse
motherfucker.
Podcast radio.
on one network.
What? The
On what
uncensored. Uncensored.
Oh, okay.
Uncensored network.
Because they want to know.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we had an individual. You know, it's almost like what are those shows where people bow out gracefully or they are thrown out of the race?
She
Yeah,
going
we
there.
got to go there.
She's going there. Dang,
Yes,
dang.
we got to go there. Last week it was really rough. It was an ambush. I don't know if you saw it. I felt like I was under attack.
No,
I didn't know.
It was
I
a one-on-one gunfight.
It was
Yeah, it
bad.
wasn't-
It was bad in here, but I held it down for the ladies, and so we're here. I think that
Taking
we
a
have
victory
balance.
lap.
What you say, Sean?
It feel like taking a victory
Fucking
lap.
victory
Like,
lap
more like-
shit.
Oh, I haven't begun to take my victory.
I don't know. I don't know if I proved it of where we're going right
You
now.
don't have to prove of it. That's not
Okay,
not
fine.
necessary.
So, you know what's crazy, though, man? It's like, I love black people. I love black business.
Yes.
I love to see black people in business, man. Like,
From fact that he knows what he's talking about. It's just not rhetoric or from his opinion. And so, especially if in this democracy, this world of democracy that we live in, when you're looking for someone, if you don't feel like being the target, because that's really what you become, a sitting duck or a moving target when you become a politician, willing to expose all yourself and all your personal information, that he's an individual who would stand behind what he believes in. You know, he would become an individual who could represent his community well, become a pillar in the community. Yeah, I would vote for him.
Well, thank you. That was nice of you.
I would. I could edify you accordingly. Yes.
God bless.
that's my man right there. I wouldn't vote for that motherfucker. Ain't fuck my life up for this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but business. But back to your question, business wise, like just anything where we're making money. I mean, it's a lot of things.
$100 bill, right?
I mean, right now, like the more streams of income you have, the better it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily what you do; it's what the market calls for
How you do it.
and how you do it, man. And sometimes not how you do it, because some people in certain markets doing it all wrong, but cleaning, but
Cleaning them like a
eating
motherfucker,
good.
something. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can make money in anything. My friends and I had this conversation more often, and I come from the wonderful world of entrepreneurship. I kind of live my life in reverse. You ask Shaka the question, and I'm kind of taking.
But I
over.
asked you the question.
You didn't ask me the question, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead.
Yes, all questions are to me anyway.
The
No matter who you ask, but
power- the power
I'm going to answer that
shut.
bitch anyway. But
Well,
anyway,
yeah, I'm gonna answer. it for
when is
you.
my turn?
Took too long to get over here. Took too long. It took too long.
Because everybody knows that question really for me anyway.
Fuck him. You didn't get a Facebook jail.
No, please go ahead. Tell us about your
Fuck on
business, please. fuck what I had to say.
I'm gonna edify you, Shaka, but now I'm gonna get
I'm
you.
already edified. I'm edified.
You don't need you don't need me to validate you.
No, you already did. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay,
You already said you'll vote for me, so look, we good. We want to know what kind
The
of business you're
ambush
gonna
is
run.
not over, ladies and gentlemen, and it's
Hey,
okay.
but it's a little better. It's got a little better though. We ain't-
You lighten the load.
Nobody's accusing you of having genitals, right?
Or somebody else's genitals going up your
Is her,
rectum.
is her dick bigger than mine?
Whew.
See, you had to watch the last episode to understand why we're laughing on this episode. But that's
shit.
neither here nor there.
Motherfucker heart in my chest, goddamn it. Damn. Oh, shit.
Well,
Back to you. What was you saying?
here's the thing. Go ahead, Shaka, say something.
I mean, you had something to say.
no,
but
I
I mean,
did, but
We're talking about your business. You in business.
One thing,
Your
I
business
don't like
acumen.
to talk about what has been because that's what's in the world.
what it will be.
And what will be. And so, looking to the future, I'd like to see myself put together with a team of other individuals, something that can build generational wealth for, even if it's not appreciated, it's not warranted. Our kids and grandkids, they're a little different these days. But putting together some businesses in place that will stand, that are truly recession-proof, that are COVID-proof. I've had the privilege and the pleasure of being in the wonderful world of real estate brokerage, a licensed real estate broker for the last, 15 years. And a licensed cosmetologist owning 3 day spas and hair salons.
Can I ask you a question? How many people edges have you fucked up and sold in my house?
What?
How many people edges have you fucked up and sold in my house?
How many people have I fucked up
Like
and
Edges, they fucked their hair up and then sold in my house.
Oh, that's not. No, I'm pretty good. In the beauty industry, I'm a very skilled stylist. I don't mess.
So you never burn no ears.
What do you more skilled at? Selling houses or styling hair? Like, what would you stake your reputation on?
I would stake my reputation on neither one of them. If I had to be an either or, it would be a skilled stylist. I've sold thousands of houses, and I've done thousands of clients' hair.
Have you ever burnt my ears before?
I burnt people's hair, and then I did like
I'm talking ears.
Well, I might have burned a cut an ear. I mean, I've done several things. I mean, I'm not perfect. I came from a kitchen. I got my license through apprenticeship, so I didn't go to school. You know, I went to my aunt's salon to work at 16. I wanted a job, and I started shampoo hair for her, and she was gracious enough. I didn't even know it. She was collecting my hours, and when I turned 18, she says, would you like to get your license to be a cosmetologist? I studied architect and drafting in high school and college, and I said, sure, what do I need to do? She gave me a thick book. She says, read this book, take a test, and you need it. I was like, well, you shouldn't have given me the book earlier so I could have read the book. And she said, I'll take every weekend, Saturday, after we finish working to help you study. And by the time I was 19, I was a licensed cosmetologist. That was by default. That's what I was talking about, how things just kind of came.
So in your years of doing cosmetology, right?
Yeah, yes.
Going to the barber shop, you know, you can understand what I'm saying. When they put your ears back like that, have you ever seen some dirty, nasty ears?
I've seen some disgusting things on people that would make your
the back of the
crawl.
ears, right?
I mean, I've seen this crud in the ear, and I'm thinking, do they not know there's something in their ear? But, you know, I just don't say anything. I just see it, and I just kept my mouth closed. I've
Trying to
seen
protect
some
your
dirty
tip,
necks.
right?
I've seen, like, I learned, you know, you learn things, or people got these little black creases in the back of the neck. You think it's dirt, but it's
like
really a sign
pre-diabetes.
of pre-diabetes. Yeah,
that
you
shit
see
like-
the back of the neck, and you
No, it
think,
is, like, no.
yeah, and then you see
That shit,
small things
It's
from
like
their
my worst
scalp.
nightmare to ever have. Wake up in the morning, have that shit black shit on your neck. Like, you can't.
No.
you
One
can't scrub
of
that
my
shit off,
girlfriends
man.
and I went to a nail salon,
Oh,
and the
my
little
God.
the girl, no,
Yeah,
the
like,
dark
kill me,
lines in the
kill
back of
me,
your
don't-
neck. It
No,
means
kill me before I have,
pre-diabetes.
like, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
You are
just
foolish.
amputate my foot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that shit is like that. That shit, yo.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
want
you
that
see
shit,
things. Horace, cut it out.
I mean, no.
If you
no
get the
offense to
little
anybody that
lines
has-
in the back of your neck and they're dark,
Diabetes,
it's
like-
not dirt. It could be pre-diabetes.
Everything's fucking.
It's a sign. Why you laughing? What's wrong?
Everything's
What's wrong with this nigga, yo? Wow, yo. Look, check his neck. Check his nigga neck,
His
yo.
neck, he don't have. I already checked it. He don't have the little lines. The little dark lines are not there, Sarah. The lines are not there.
You motherfucker said everything is fucking foot.
But nah, that's not funny. We should make fun.
It's true.
Nah, that's true. It's true.
It's true. So I've seen a lot of things. I've seen people come to me. Their hair is like, hey, and then like.
Hey, do you give 'em any extra work for, like, just to
No,
make them
I'm
like-
very honest, and because I've become a student
You
of
honestly
what
like
I'm
because,
honest. I'm
because
like
you're a nasty neck.
Are you
No.
Nothing I
protecting
do to your hair is
the?
gonna
I want to
work.
know. Are you protecting the tip? That's what we want to know.
protecting the what?
The tip.
The money?
Yeah.
The bag?
Of
The
course
money?
she is.
No. Let me tell you something. When you give people bad news, even if they mean it, if you, they forget about it when they leave it.
What kind of bad news you give people? Like,
Well, you tell people, hey, your hair's
Hey.
falling out. You may have a thyroid condition. Hey, your neck is dark.
Then
And
you
you don't tell them you need
diagnosing
to go.
motherfuckers?
You need to go. It's a sign.
See, that's
It's a
the-
sign.
Yeah. But you're not a doctor. You can't be like. I mean, but they're not gonna receive it.
As
like,
a licensed
They be
cosmetologist, these are
they be
things-
like, bitch, I can't make my hair done. I can't come for a checkup. This ain't.
But I had to fix the
Listen,
20 years.
listen.
Diagnosing my.
You can say what you want. Here's the thing that people don't understand about cosmetologists. And I had to get my license the hard way, not where you going to school, having fun, playing around, taking a test, cheating off somebody else's quiz to pass it.
So you
I
cheated
had
before,
to-
right?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't have to cheat.
You mentioned it though.
I said the people cheat. I didn't say I cheat.
Okay,
I
clarified.
said people cheat. So in cosmetology, it's the study of the hair, skin, nails, and the feet. It's everything from head to toe. A cosmetologist really could be a podiatrist, a dermatologist, a nurse, whomever they wanted to be. It's just a few more classes you'd have to take. Cosmetologists, if they really applied the information that they learned, the acquisition of knowledge during the years they studied, they are well educated into the anatomy of hair and the human body. That's the truth. A cosmetologist can do your hair, anything. They can do anything for you. And if you don't want to do those things, then you go into those specialty areas and say, I'm going to be a nail tech, so on and so forth. So to answer your question about entrepreneurship, about businesses, for me, going into 2022, what I would like to see is to establish something for the elderly. I'm taking care of an aunt who has dementia. It's been a real rough ride for the last almost 3 years coming. It is not anything that I could envision myself doing, and I definitely did not see it doing at this seeds or stage in my life, but it's rough.
So how's the back of her ears?
The back of her ears are very clean. She's very healthy. As a matter of fact, she's better off now than when the day I came home to take care of her.
How old is she?
She's 80.
80, okay.
It's a lot of work too. But these people, not only do they need care, establishing assisted living homes for the elderly or for the veterans, it does build generational wealth. You put these places in, you know what I'm saying? If you're in the correct zoning, real estate related.
Tell them that shit zoning. Zoning mean a whole lot.
Zoning means
you can't
a
do that
lot.
shit in the fucked up neighborhood.
Well, you can if it's zoned for it. And if
Zone
you
for what? Like zone for
zone, you have to
senior-
say that it's zoned for their zoning. In Prince George's County, we just went through this whole situation where everything was rezoned.
Zoning, like specifically for like, what does that have to do with you taking care of your aunt? Like, what does zoning have to do with that?
If I want to establish assisted living facilities or
gotcha,
homes,
gotcha, okay, gotcha,
so
gotcha.
that's about building generational
I
wealth.
see what you're saying. So you're saying taking that, like, taking care of your aunt has inspired you to look at senior.
I don't even want to say it inspired. It only makes sense for me.
No, actually, but I'm glad you mentioned that because the baby boomers,
Yeah.
they're aging out,
Yes.
and it's not enough people to take care of them. It's not
Yeah.
enough care for their
Yeah,
asses.
they need care,
So
and
so
a lot
that's-
of them.
that's
The
a-
millennials are fucked up too.
Nah, the
The millennials, they had years to
They're
fix their
geniuses, actually.
situation.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
ain't geniuses.
I just looked at an article. A lot of them fucked up now.
A lot of them fucked up because of the decisions made by the baby boomer generation, and you know, so a lot of them are fucked up because if you look at our Congress, it's nothing but baby boomers, and they're
Yes.
making decisions
Yes, they are.
that's going to have ramifications long past their lifespan. They're gonna be dead by the time all these policies rain down on us. Like,
You know
like,
something, Slam?
So that the boomers are the most selfish generation of all. Like,
and
for real.
self-absorbed. And
You know
can't
something,
think about
man?
anybody other than themselves.
Did your parents give you a motherfucking constitution and a fucking goddamn Quran? Because you was a motherfucking militant,
Nah,
political
bro.
motherfucker,
Bro, let me
son.
tell you something. I knew about COINTELPRO before I knew the Pledge of Allegiance. Like, so my father was a Panther.
Black Panther.
and
Let
he
me
was-
tell y'all something about Shaka parents. Black Panthers. His sister is married after Afeni Shakur. You ever been
Married after or named after?
named after. You ever been to his mother's house? Everything's white. Carpet, fucking paper towels, furniture.
What color the paper towel supposed to be?
I mean, everything's white in his mother's house.
We all use Brawny.
Okay.
You had Danny your brat. Like, when I met Slim, like in 1996, like I knew it was something special about this dude right here, man. Like, he was on his shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And you, one thing I say about him, what's the dude we had down in Islander was a motherfucking reporter for the White House, black dude.
I remember that dude. I
And
forgot
he
his
got
name.
fired.
Does he talk to you all?
Cause no, he was more. He got fired, but Shaka knew more than he knew, and he was a fucking black reporter in the White House. And I said, I said, nigga, my man right here is on his shit.
You a walking encyclopedia.
No, I'm not. Nothing close to that shit. Nothing close to that shit. I just.
That's not what he purports.
Yeah, well,
Say it
he-
again, Horace.
He says a lot of things that I don't agree with. So
I promote my man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. He's an encyclonegropedia. Goddamn, I'm gonna say that shit.
Okay.
Nah, I was just born with a passion for our people. My parents have always been in they
And instilling
activists,
facts and
always struck. So it
information.
wasn't like, I mean, I didn't have an option to be deceived in this world.
If you ever meet his father already knows to assume the position. He gonna say what the fuck he gonna say. Assume the fucking
That's it.
position.
Put your hands
You know
up.
what I'm saying?
Put your
He knows
hands up.
something, but they passionate about what the fuck they do, man. You know, my man's always been like he say whatever the fuck he say, he believe in that shit, man. He would die with that shit. Let me tell you something. I never knew a motherfucker. I don't know nobody with 10 Facebook pages who been in fucking jail. Like we had Facebook coming home from jail parties for this nigga, man. For him to go to jail the next motherfucking week. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not that bad now. Better.
Not that bad now, but like I said, you know,
We all grow, right?
would you ever see yourself far as like what she tied it too far is like zoning. You see how zoning is, how zoning is important for black businesses because you know if we get into a wrong zone, shit we can't do.
That's why.
I mean, what you talking about is important. Like if you again, a lot of us, we don't have generational wealth.
Yeah.
It's a lot of baby boomers, black baby boomers that's going to age into systems where they don't have nothing to take care of them. So you got to look for structures and apparatus to account for all these old black baby boomers that were bought out of
Then go back to
FHA loans. They couldn't build generational.
go back to that word you said apparatus. A lot of niggas don't know what that shit mean.
I mean, the systems in place to account for the fact that
Let me get my mask.
people are being.
I ain't got the video.
Yeah.
I ain't got the video. Goddamn.
He got that Marion joint.
I ain't got the Mario.
He got the B2K. The B2K
Let me
con.
spray that.
Dog.
It's too late. It's too late.
Spray it over.
You
Hey,
already-
look, as
you
you
already got them
see,
droplets.
as you see
It's too late.
on Sister Network, we are motherfucking. We
late.
spray around this motherfucker.
You
Goddamn.
got the B2K disease.
This drink here every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, for real, like it's important what you said about zoning. A lot of times people, black businesses, we go into businesses, but don't know the zoning that we're in. How that can affect what we want to do.
Here's the thing: when you work with a professional licensed realtor who's accountable for what they should have known,
Like
not
you.
what they didn't
Like
know,
you,
like
we know,
myself,
like you.
Put it card up.
They are supposed
What
to.
you call that? What you call that?
I'm gonna put my card out.
Shameless promotion. But go ahead.
No.
Listen, promotion.
But it is true.
We're missing
and
one
so
nail.
They're supposed to keep themselves abreast and knowledgeable about
Tell
what's
them that
going
you're
on
missing one
10,
nail.
20, 30 years ahead of time. So people talking, in Prince George's County, we just went through this huge rezoning. And people, they want to talk. They say, that's just the first thing black people say. I love it. I love us.
What's the rezoning about? Can you explain the rezoning? What
The
it entails?
rezoning is about being able to establish new businesses and move and create social and economic development in places that was not currently there. And if the zoning was not permissible at some point, in order to make these things happen, you got to rezone places.
So in layman's terms, what does it mean? You could
Okay, so
from
let's
your house,
give it
can you
National
sell food?
Harbor.
Like,
Let's give it
Oxon
National
Hill.
Harbor, Temple Hills, Maryland, for an example. So I have family. My great-great-grandfather came from slavery. Some slave master gave him, threw him 14, 15 acres of land, and so it stayed in the family for years,
he
right?
ate those. Go ahead. We'll get on that next.
Oh,
But go
okay.
ahead.
And so now
That's
the
over my
land
head.
it did go over my head, it did.
No,
And
I'll
so
read back. But go
the
ahead.
land is just now, this year, has just been rezoned where it can accommodate elderly assisted living and veteran homes. Not more than 8 people per home, and they got all of these setbacks and requirements. That's zoning. Okay, and so you need to know what's permissible in the area where you can. I'm gonna put a gas station or a rural farm. I'm gonna buy whatever franchise. I'm gonna put it right there. No, you're not, because it's
You
not
don't see what
zoned
they're
for
zoned
that.
for, yeah.
I'm gonna put up an apartment building. I'm gonna buy this. If you're dealing with someone who lacks the knowledge and who doesn't know what's going on in the area, and we are held accountable when we get our license.
So when you
know
said that, right, Royal Farms only where the niggas at.
and you gotta be careful because rural farm. What do you think rural farms is? What is rural farms to you? I'm asking a
A
question.
gas station.
A gas
No.
station that sells
Rural
fried
Farms
chicken.
is a chicken restaurant that
They sell
happens
chicken,
to sell
fried
gas.
chicken.
It's a restaurant, chicken restaurant
That sell
that
gas
happens to sell gas.
to what niggas need. Chicken,
That's why the gas is so cheap.
and blunts.
You know why
what I'm saying?
the gas is so cheap?
The chicken is hustle.
No, chicken is their hustle. That's their main hustle. And then the chicken is really not chicken.
Should be
Well,
salty as a
most gas
motherfucker.
stations don't make money, and they make money off the convenience.
So Rural Farms is a restaurant that happens to sell gas, right?
And it's
not
not
real
real
when you-
chicken.
And no, but the thing is, the draw, you got to pay attention to it. The draw, people, they did something to the chicken with that little GMO and that special salt to make us all become like the McDonald's French fries. We become addicted to it, right?
I never
When
had- I
I
don't eat
seen
chicken, so
all
I
those
wouldn't
people
know.
line up around Rural Farms for that chicken, and it was all of us, I said, you know what? I'm never going to eat that chicken. My friend said, Shanita, you're so crazy. I said, no, I'm not. I
Shit.
said, it's something wrong.
3 o'clock in the morning, you drunk and you tired. That chicken be good as a
That chicken,
motherfucker.
because it has a GMO.
I didn't know they.
it has
I didn't know they
the-
sold chicken.
Yeah.
You don't eat it, see, because you don't eat that.
Yeah, I
you don't
didn't know
eat
that.
it. Those fries and
So
all that
so
stuff.
Roy Farm known for their chicken. That's what their
Royal
chicken.
Farms is like Roy Rogers. It's known for its chicken, and they happen to sell gas. People don't see it. Pay close attention, because it's like a Jedi mind trick what they've done to us. The gas is really cheap because they have to give a percentage of their profit to the government and to the landlord for what they sell.
But think
So
about it,
they're
though.
really selling chicken.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, nigga need 20 on 5. He need a motherfucker 5-piece with fries and the mother
and
joint.
I seen people eat that and vomit behind
And 2 or 3
it at 3
goddamn
o'clock in the morning.
sodas, 2 or 3 lotto tickets. He dropped $45, $60 in them motherfuckers.
It's a chicken place that happens to sell gas.
Yeah.
That's what I get. I go to Royal Farms because they have the cheapest gas. And I swear, God forgive me, and I'm guilty of this. I live in Bowie. I travel to Crofton to get gas no matter what.
So your
because
inner
gas
rat,
is
your inner rat
cheap.
come out sometime, right?
Who?
Your inner rat.
What is that?
Explain to her what an inner rat is.
A what?
An inner rat.
The ghetto?
In a rat, like you're in a ghetto, basically. Like that's what he's talking about.
I'm in the ghetto.
You're in a ghetto. Like
My inner ghetto.
We all have an inner
Yeah,
ghetto.
yeah,
We all are connected.
I know on that.
We all are connected.
2 or
to
3
the
o'clock in the morning,
Right.
I'm going to fuck a Wawa.
No, because the two
Because of the sandwich and the gas is
Yeah,
cheap.
but you're bullshit now. So I'm talking about back in the day, like that
Before you made some money.
rewind about
French
25
fries.
years
Yeah.
when you was back, going from like DC Live or the Ritz, going
For-
home.
And 5-hour rides
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah, that was me, of course. That was all of us. Like
Yeah,
you
all of
can't
us.
deny that shit. That
Man,
part
we-
you can't deny.
You got to feed the liquor. You got to give it some milk, some
No,
French
you
fries,
got to.
milkshake, something. a
It's the
burger.
culture. It's for the culture.
With Royal Farms got all you got. What you want
Royal
right there.
Farms some new shit. That's really bougie shit, really.
No, Royal Farms is here
It's new
too.
hood.
That's
it's
genocide for our community.
No, it is. Well, a lot of things.
It
that-
is.
a lot of
Eddie
things.
Lennox was genocide for our community too, but shit.
was
But we like
Eddie
baby
Lennox.
kids. We
We love Eddie Leonard.
We love that shit.
Eddie what?
Eddie Lennox, curry out.
The steak and cheese.
I don't know nothing about that.
Then all the Asian people bought them, and then that was it. We didn't know we was eating rat.
You know
cat,
something
what?
crazy? I never seen a Chinese man walk on a dog or seen a Chinese fucking food commercial.
There he goes.
They don't
there he
care.
goes.
They
There he
don't
goes with the
care.
racism.
No bullshit. Have you ever seen a shit?
No.
Man.
I never seen them.
But it's truth though.
I don't like animals myself, but I've never. You're right. To your point, you're right.
Got them leopards on. You ain't crushing them motherfuckers though.
I feel good in my leopard.
You know.
Comfort. This is comfort clothing.
So zoning, we need to know zoning is so important.
Zoning is very important.
Very important, man. Like I say, you be surprised. I mean, what's crazy, what's the name of that joint? Jiffy's. Mm-hmm. Them motherfuckers open 3 o'clock in the fucking. I get off work sometime.
That's even
And
zoning.
Jiffy's is 3
Zoning
o'clock
will
in the
tell you
morning.
how late your business can be open. Here, the zoning will tell you if you're in this particular area and this on this side
Where
of
them
the
niggas
street.
at? Where them niggas
it
at?
doesn't even. It doesn't matter. Here's the thing. I like to remove color and race for certain things and just make it.
But it's the
about
truth,
being-
though.
No, it's about being
'Cause
equipped with
'cause-
knowledge.
'cause
No,
in the white
Horace,
neighborhood, you ain't
I'm
gonna see
sorry,
Jiffy's
Horace,
open.
you're wrong. Let me say this. When zoning is something that happens every 20 and 30 years in the United States of America in every city. If you don't read the notices that come in the mail, they send them in the mail. They tell you it's going to be a zoning hearing.
No, we don't read, man.
Then you don't read it.
We don't read
so
mail.
if you don't read it, you can't blame the people and say, oh, they did X, Y, and Z. This is public information. They must, when you drive by those signs and you see the little white sign in orange and it says zoning meeting hearing date, go to it because it's something that's getting ready to happen in your community. And you can't be mad when something happens and then you say, oh, I didn't know about, oh, they slipped that in. They don't slip anything. There are rules and regulations that are put in place for the citizens of the community. They're protected.
Well, you know why?
That's just that.
Because we on Reels and TikTok all motherfucking day. We don't pay attention.
You better
to
pay
our shit.
attention to something. Get off the reel and get off of the TikTok.
Yeah.
If you want to know what's going on in your community, get off the reel and get off of the TikTok. If you want to be able to leave, at this point, like I said, I share this with you guys, January the 6th next week, Thursday is my birthday. I'll be 50. I'm super proud, right?
She wants some
I made
gifts.
it-
She wants
no,
some
I don't
gifts.
care about gifts. I've never cared about gifts. You could ask my kids.
It's fine. Go ahead, carry on.
So anyway,
we ain't celebrating your birthday
I will
either.
never free shit.
So
Carry on.
what you guys have made me
We ain't giving you
my
shit
train
either.
of thought.
We ain't giving you shit
horrible.
either.
You're horrible.
We're
You're horrible.
gonna bring you a train of thought for your
You're
birthday.
breaking
And
my
a fucking
train of
peacock.
thought. Is that bring me the peacock, right?
Let's say she rather fuck
But at
studio.
the end of the day, we have to hold ourselves accountable for the information that we should have known that we don't know. And at this point, you crossed over 30, 40 years. If you've either worked for somebody and had an employer, it doesn't matter if your employer was black, white, Jamaican, Haitian, you should be thankful you had a job. You put some 401k, some money to the side, some benefits paid into your Social Security. Hopefully it'll be there when you retire. And now you're thinking about the second or third part of your life. What am I going to do to leave an impact on this world, or what am I going to do for myself to fulfill my wildest dreams? I want to be an entrepreneur, or I want to be able to do X, Y, and Z. For me, I've lived my life in reverse. It's no big deal. I came out the gate early with the privilege of being able to have these things, but now I'm at a threshold. I'm like, okay, so I'm approaching 50. You
want
can't
a man?
give me a job.
Right now, at this point, do you want a man in your life?
I would like someone to share my life with. I would love to have a companion, but it has to be right. It has to be correct.
You gotta agree to get choked out whenever you say something wrong.
Yeah. Well,
Do what?
You gotta agree to being choked out whenever you say something wrong.
Well, no, that's
or
not an option.
have enough gas in the tank, take it for a 5-hour ride.
No,
That's
we're not
definitely
doing
not
that.
an
No more
option.
5-hour rides.
That's no more 5-hour
She
rides.
like,
You only need one of those in your lifetime.
She
Mom.
like, you better have a quarter tank of gas or less.
You don't need
Don't come over and have a
need
tank
that.
gas, motherfucker.
And
We
you know
fuck
what?
with you.
And you're lucky if you survive it and you're not broken and that you can go forward and still not be resentful against people, men, and love our men, whatever. But I'm good. So, but moving forward, where do I see myself and what's good for society? Building generational wealth, establishing trust. Those things are important so that my kids, grandkids, and my cousins' kids can all enjoy this life, and pray to God that one or two of them understand this system that is being put in place, that our families will be able to live perpetually and not have to work so hard, go to school, not struggle. You know, my kids went to college on scholarships. I saw to it, but all kids don't have that privilege. So just putting a system in place, the entrepreneurship for me is less about myself today and more about my family and building generational wealth.
I like how you said it. You read that shit somewhere? I like how you
No,
said
it's
that shit.
true. This is my truth.
And look, and Chasing Peacocks at Resurrection Cemetery.
Yeah,
and look,
peacocks.
man, we had a crazy show, great show, man. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Actually, this one wasn't that crazy. This was more tame.
More tame. But it was our last show of 2021, man. We wish y'all a fucking prosperous and a hell of a 2022. And,
Oh my God,
and the
it's
next
over
year,
already?
2022.
2022
no,
is next
I'm
year.
looking at the time.
I gotta go
Horace
home.
promised me
Now
this.
it's
Horace said
time
this.
to
Mookie said
say
no.
goodbye.
He said the time would go by.
I'm going home.
Right.
I'm gonna drop my daughter pretzel.
MOUSC.
I want to see my beautiful lady. I want to bun the fuck up.
My beautiful friend Sarah.
There you go, dry snitching. But that's my baby, though. Hey, fat
She's
cat.
my friend first.
I know, your girlfriend. But look, where can they find you at every goddamn week? Where can they reach you at?
Listen. I'm in the business of helping you.
With a
Making
commission.
sure that you save thousands of dollars. I'm at Shanita Hawkins on Facebook.com. Is it Facebook? Not no .com. Facebook.
You should
Shanita
know your own
Hawkins
shit. How you don't know your own shit?
I said it.
You should, what is it? What does it mean you don't know about your shit?
If I don't know it, then you should just
Say it
help
again,
me
say it.
out.
I don't know
Shanita
your shit.
Hawkins on Facebook.
Am I getting a commission?
Sean Renee, SHONRENEE, Duchess.
Damn, Shawnita. That's
I don't know, remember.
that's a
Sean,
hood- that's a
Renee,
hood name.
Duchess. That's a
That's
lot
like,
of shit.
Your mom was like,
call
calling that Shawnita.
My
Yeah.
name is Shanita.
Shawnita.
Where Renee
Shawnita
Duchess
from
come from?
DC.
My name is Shanita Renee.
Well, the Duchess come. You ain't from France.
Oh, one of my
That's a
very
hat.
good friends. One of my very good friends saw me as a Duchess, and so she gave me that name affectionately.
Oh shit! I was told I was
Hey,
a
so you
sheik.
you can't take a nickname from one person. It gotta be like at least 5, 6, 10.
Well,
10
other
people.
friends, they agreed.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
So Shawnita Renee
Allegedly,
Duchess
they agree.
Yes.
at
Sean Renee Duchess. That's on Instagram, and then Shanita Hawkins Facebook.
this nigga here.
You can
5
find me here on
pages.
Tuesdays, yo.
Find you
So
on
I'm here
Twitter.
Tuesdays, and I'm here just to, tell you the truth. Like, I ain't never gonna lie to you.
Fuck your
So
feelings.
if I'm wrong, I'm just fucking stupid. I'm just wrong, right? I'm not lying to you. I'm not like, I'm gonna tell these niggas some shit that I don't believe in. I might believe in some wrong shit. That's what I'm telling you. But I believe in that shit.
Man, y'all know y'all catching me
over
at
there.
each and every week. You find me at www.don'tdate'em.com because Sarah's got them. We are for Shits and Giggles,
secrets.
coming to you live direct. We are reality radio on Cincinnati.